Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. I'm a little late, but it's my show, so I can be late. Today we're going to be playing Clash of Code, which is a really fun game. If you go to codeingame.com, or if you type !Clash in the chat, you can get a link to this website. And Clash of Code is really fun. It is a competitive, yet also constructive programming game where we will all compete to solve the same programming problem. So that'll be fun. No, this is my stream. This is my stream. My voice is okay. I got up really early this morning, and then I went back to bed, and then I woke up again. I don't know. Also, the reason I was late is because I was making fresh squeezed Red Bull. We're gonna pour it into my cup. Hey, Hano Daman, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. We have any other support events while I was gone? Murdoch with 100 bits. Sikwi with the Twitch Prime sub. And yesterday, Jan with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you all for the supports. I'll be right back. Stay right there. Hey, no. Yeah, my hair is less green. My roots are coming back. I'm gonna have to dye it more green this weekend. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Pyramid Pixels, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. The She-Boss says, I resubbed with Prime. It should be 4 months. I guess what did it say? Maybe you'll have to refresh so that it can show your message. Here we go. Hey, Jay McDonald, thank you for the resub. Good morning. Julian Nichols with the 50 bits. Thank you all. We're just getting started. I gotta get my Red Bull in my cup. Do I sound hoarse? I think I'm just a growing boy. That's all. Cheers, everyone. Deja Sej, also known as DJ CJ. Thank you for the 100 bits. Good morning. All right, if you're new to the show, we can play the drop game. I mean, you can play the drop game if you're not new, but I'm going to show you. Can I buy that cup? Yeah. If you go to this Teespring, just code it. You can get this shirt and this cup. It's literally just the word code in the Futura font, but I think it's cool. I made it. Oh yeah, but type !, drop me. People are already doing it. You already know what to do. Drop me, and that will drop your avatar. You can also drop emotes. You can drop emojis. And if you land in the center, like Modded Technic and Lied and Dev, and who is that? Suncat. Great work. The closer you are to the center, the bigger your name is. And you can do that throughout the stream. There is a 90-second cooldown. Mr. Ahab, great work. GagBL, thank you for the 100 bits. Hype. Shubham says, I'm not getting your notification from Discord, and I'm unable to send messages. Hey, I'm Tom Eddy. Thank you for upgrading your subscription, which was originally gifted. Very much appreciated. And Aaron Schwan, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. It's very possible that you don't have full access rights to the Discord. If you go to coding.garden/Discord, I've written a novel on how you can gain access. But if you go here, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to gain access. You should have access to the announcements channel, even though you don't have full access. If not, I need to fix that. I'll take a look after the stream. But that's probably one of the issues, is you don't have full access to the server yet. 90 seconds. Oh yeah, we turned collision detection off so that it would speed it up. I don't know. All right. Who can tell me what is the command that explains what this thing is? First one to do it gets 100 invisible points. There we go. Good job. Who was that? Well, there were a few of you. Gonza. I think Gonza was first. But yeah, yes. This is controlled by Twitch chat. In the chat, you can type !LED followed by 8 zeros or 1s, and it will turn on or off the corresponding bit. So if you type 8 zeros, that's all off. All the bits are off. And if you do like I said, why not just did, then that turns all of them off except for the last two. And this also has like a 60-second cooldown, but you can do that throughout the stream. That's just gonna hang out over here. Chat killed the LEDs. It's like Christmas lights. Yeah, it's on my desk. Look, here's my finger. That's my finger. Finger reveal. Okay, what else are we doing? Yes, you can see in my chat overlay that some people have a country. It's a very zoomed in camera. One day we'll get the RGB LED matrix going. But yeah, you can see in my overlay, like Mr. Demon Wolf has the United States of America flag, and is that the Windows logo, Mr. Demon Wolf? CV has the Argentina flag and the React logo. John doesn't have anything. Streamlabs has the US flag and the Twitch logo. So if you want to put that next to your name in all of the chats, that is defined. Yes, because Windows is the best OS in the world. Kappa. Somebody's already done the command, and there's a timeout on it. I guess I should get rid of the timeout, but if you go to, in a bit, when that command is not timed out, you can type !badges. That's going to give you this information. And if you go to this webpage, the Font Awesome brand cheat sheet. Hey, GACBL, thank you for the 200 bits. Any name on this page you can set as your team. And the Sheboss, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Binary V King. Great work. Yeah, there's a lot of things I need to do. All right, I'm gonna pick a team. What team am I gonna be on today? Yeah, we have some BTTV like tech emotes. I guess I'll be on the Vue team. I like Vue.js. So, pick a name, and then in the chat, oh my goodness, Revive Newt! Revive Newt! Thank you for the gifted subs. Revive Newt is here. Revive Newt is here, everyone. Ah! And thank you, GACBL, for the gifted sub as well. Welcome. Good morning, Revive Newt. Thank you for sharing the love. Actually, is there any? Does anyone know? Is there a team that looks like a lizard or a newt? Because I'll choose that. I will be on the newt team today. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to look too long. I'm gonna go with Python. So Python is a snake, and a snake is maybe somewhat related to a newt. I don't know. I'm gonna be on Team Python. So in the chat, if you type !team followed by one of those team names, I'm gonna do Python. Everything's gonna be all right. Thank you, Kuzi. Thank you very much. Python is reptile, and good evening, Revive Newt. So if you do that, it will show up in your message, so you can see that I am on Team Python now. And if someone reminds me, I'll probably try to solve one of the code challenges today with Python. And then you can also set your country flag. So if you do !country followed by your 2-character country code. So for me, it's US. For you, it might be something different. You can also do !flag. Both of those will work with a 2-character country code. And then that will set it in my overlay. So you can see I'm the United States. And ACM is from India. And Walpolia is the US. And Drive Force is Taiwan. Very cool. What else we got? Revive Newt is in Japan. And Mr. Ahab is in Morocco. And NG Berman is in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And Karate Wump is in Denmark. Cool. So that's fun. And the last thing is you can set your status too. Oh, well, thank you, Semya. Thanks for being here. We're going to say hello to everybody. There's a lot of people here, but after we're done introducing all the things, we're going to say hi to everyone. So it's going to be a minute, probably like 30 minutes before we actually start coding. But we're a community here. We like to welcome everyone in. Yes, and this does work. However, if this is your first time here, I know this isn't your first time here, Christina. So welcome back. But if this is your first time here, and your first message is an attempt to exploit my overlay with a cross-site script, you will be shamed. You should at least say hello first before you try to cross-site script me. That's the rule here on Coding Garden. Okay, the last thing is you can set your status in my overlay. Hey, thank you, Unfair, for the 100 bits. Tuned in a bit late. Hope you're well. You're not late at all. We're just getting started. But in my overlay, you can set your status. So you can see that mine says chill code. So if you do !set status followed by your status, you can set it. Now, you must set a safe for work status. If it's anything appropriate, you will just be instantly banned. There's nothing we can do about it, so be nice. And your status must say nice things. My status is going to be clashin' apostrophe, and then we'll do my coding, code red, this one. It's like the Supreme logo. Look at me, I'm real cool. Okay, cool. So if you do your set status, then it's gonna appear at the bottom of all your messages. But again, keep it safe for work. Good afternoon, Jack. yeah, so you wanna do set status. And Mr. Ahab, I know this is not your first message. Welcome back. And yeah, and you actually can't use any CSS. You technically can use the font tag. You can have some fun with the font tag, but we do not allow custom CSS or custom style sheets. Oh, you're right. Do they have Team Seuss? Brands, font awesome brands. Like OpenSeuss? Is that the Linux thing? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you. Thank you. Team Seuss. Everyone, if you don't know what team to join, you should join Team Seuss. Because check it out. You're gonna be a little gecko. And it's kind of like Revive Newt. So that's awesome. I think that's it. Now we can... Hey, Jim McDonald, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, before we say hi, I'm gonna make sure I acknowledge all of the support events. I don't know if I missed anything, but I appreciate you all for the supports. Let's see. Yeah, 20 hours ago, Slick with the Twitch Prime sub. DJ C, no, that was yesterday. And also Jan yesterday with the Twitch Prime sub. Murdoch with 100 bits. Hano Demon with the Twitch Prime sub. Pyramid Pixel with the Twitch Prime sub. Turtle Monkey with the 2-month resub. Welcome back, Turtle Monkey. Jim McDonald with the 3-month resub, who says good morning, good morning. Julian with the 50 bits. Deja Sej with the 100 bits. Gakbiel with the 100 bits. And Reshwan with the Twitch Prime sub, Gakbiel with the 200 bits, the She-Boss with the gifted sub, Revive Newt with the 5 gifted subs, and welcome, Minyorin Sulitsta. I'll have a second chance to pronounce that in a second. Gakbiel with the gifted sub, thank you Gakbiel, Unfair with 100 bits, Jim McDonald with 100 bits, I am Guksan with the Twitch Prime sub, and mine, Ear in Sulista. Mine Ear in Sulista, welcome to the Coding Garden, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. And Samya made a Discord bot today. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, it's a chameleon. You're right. It's a chameleon. I stand corrected. But it's like a lizard-like thing. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like I have this view as well, but what trips me up on this view is I don't know if Alka's watching right now. I don't know if you're gonna improve this view, Alka, but is it Susie? Is it Seuss? But what I don't like about this is that it doesn't group the gifted subs together, so I'd have to like count them manually. Other than that, this view is awesome. It shows me all my bits, all my subs. Yeah. Oh, you're right. It doesn't show the bits messages. I see. Okay. Well, we're gonna say hi. Yeah, it's a special team. I mean, technically, it's a Linux distro. And while we're thinking about it, let's get our Revive Newt on the screen. You don't want to see my... Hey, chill. Wait, what? So, yeah, did anyone see that? We have somebody that's attempting to pose as a mod. They stole a mod's username. Low-level troll. Okay. Actually, mods, let's add that to the, what do you call it? Like the list of fishy things that we should look into. Okay. And it's like, I mean, it's possible that two people have a very similar username, but that user was very clearly trying to emulate a mod's username. Add it to the JSON config. No, we have a mod team of 16 people here at the Coding Garden. Mainly, it's like the mod team is just grown over time, and so we actually have like incident reports and we chat and stuff like that. Who can okay, first non-sub that can tell Blue the command that they can run to actually I need to turn off mod events also. Do not show moderator actions. Okay, wait, who did it? It was Guan the Third. Was Guan the Third the first? Yeah, good job, Guan. I'm gonna gift you a sub. Yes, but this is what the LEDs are. In the chat, if you type exclamation mark LED followed by 8 zeros or ones, it will turn turn on the corresponding LED. And you all have to help me out because a lot of people watch, and there's a lot of new people that come in. So if people ask common questions, you got to help them out, just like that. So we have define LED, we have exclamation mark FAQ, which will take us to the frequently asked questions. My frequently asked questions tells people about, like, so one of the really common things people ask is, what theme am I using in VS Code? But we're not going to be using VS Code to get to game, but regardless. But if somebody asks a question and you know that it's on the frequently asked questions, please, hey, Anonymous. Thank you for gifting Juan the Third. You know what? I realize I have to be quick now. I have to be quick. People are gonna try to gift before I can gift. That was supposed to gift. Oh, that was a tier 2 sub. What? Wait. Oh no. It's just you've been subbed before. Is that what's happening? What happened? Yeah. You've been subbed for at least 2 months. You have the little flower icon. Whew. Thank you, Anonymous. Whoever you are. Okay, let's say hi to everybody, and then we're gonna get coding. But if people come in the chat and they ask, and you know they've asked a frequently asked question, please help me out and point them to the specific question that they have asked here. And one thing I'll point out really quick, which some of you may not know, because if you're new to Twitch, is hey, Christinas, thank you for the gifted sub. Is you probably want to install Better Twitch TV or Franker Faces. I'll show you really quick. If you have this extension, you get new emotes. So we have my emotes, but these channel emotes can be used by anyone. You don't even have to be a sub. And we've added some tech emotes. So we've got a Python emote, got Vim, and Vue.js, and C, and Angular, and Ruby, and C++, and PHP. So if you install Better Twitch TV or Franker Faces, you can use all of these emotes. Let's see, which one's Pika Wow? Pika OMG is the name of that emote. All right, let's say hi to everybody. NoSQL? Vim. It's Vim. All right, thank you all for following. Hey, Rhino with the 300 bits, who says much love. Yeah, let's get some hearts in the chat also. I appreciate you all for sharing the love and supporting me and supporting the community. It's a beautiful thing. All right. If you're new here, also, I acknowledge follows in batches, just so that I'm not constantly being interrupted by follow. So, 36 minutes ago, Emis, you followed, and I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Dissembleron? Look at me, Plix. Welcome to the show. What's up, Cryfro? And JSmart, and Amaz, and Feign Love, and Andrew. So, unfortunately, your name is very similar to Ahmad's name. Right? I'm actually really curious. Did you set your avatar to that as well? Yeah, you set your avatar to it too? Yeah, you're definitely trying to impersonate Andrew. Sorry, you gotta go. What's up, Matina? Welcome to the show. Hello, Henzun, and Hano, and Tojo, and Creative, and Mohammed. Welcome to the show. Thank you for the follow. Hello, Grillo. Thank you for the follow. Chwain, thanks for following. Chandra? I missed it. I clicked acknowledge too fast, but thank you for being here. Happy, thank you for the follow. Isles, thank you for following. Envy Leafs, thank you for the follow. George Hester, thank you for the follow. Jack, thanks for following. Our Anarchist Mosher, thank you for being here. What's up, Chowser? And Jobro, and Miguel, and Miat, and Blaster, and T-Dot, thank you for the following. Old School 99 TV, thank you for the follow. Agar, thank you for following. Nordic Frog, thank you. And Nick Krukov, thank you all for the follows. We also have some redemptions. Hey, Blasteros, tier 2 sub. Blastorios, thank you so much. tier 2 sub. All right, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm gonna do about this because it's really, I always miss these redemptions, and like, look, this hydrate happened 23 minutes ago and I missed it, but we'll go through it. But thank you, Master. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. Don't drink too much. Oh, I also have my invisible beverage that I'm gonna drink as well. But thank you, ACM, for the stretch. And ACM, thank you for the hydrate. And Slake, cheers. And Clement, cheers. And David, thank you very much. Keeping me hydrated. John with a bunch of stretches. Come on, John. You use your points in a better way. Victor, thank you for the posture check. John with a stretch. Revive Newt. Posture check-in. I'm Tom Eddy with a hydrate. Cheers. We'll save these for later. All right, let's say hi to everybody. It's only been 40 minutes since the stream started, and we're now ready to say hi. So if you say hi, hello, hey, morning, afternoon, or howdy, I will acknowledge you. You can also say clash. If you say any of these things, I will literally say your name out loud in front of all the people watching. You can tell your family that you're sort of famous. But also, welcome to the Coding Garden. 40 minutes ago, Awaited was the first person to say hello. Welcome, Awaited. What's up, Heavy Codes and Sequel Gordster? And Dimitri, and Fantasy Teapot. Here's the thing. If you've already said hello, don't say hello again, because then it makes it so that I actually will acknowledge you later. It goes with your most recent hello message. But what's up, Fantasy Teapot, and Mark, and Ezrab, and Mark, and I said, we'll get the hang of this. What's up, Mitzik, and Richard, and Eel, and Master, welcome to the show. What's up, Qualenza, and Rogue Soul, and Koozie, and Deja Sej, also known as DJ CJ. What's up, Julian? I've been expecting you. Well, thank you. Thank you. This is my normal time. What's up, Fistrand, and Ramboru, and Catherine, and Shorsey Web, welcome to the show. Hello, The Real Greg, and Helion, and Thon, who says, you once tried to create a page highlighter with CSS, so you could see where your mouse was. I don't know if I tried to do that. I don't know if I did that, but that sounds like a fun thing, like see multiple people's web pages, well, multiple people's cursor on any web page. What's up, Anestra? Hello, friend. What's up, Sanket, and Etz, and Sharinka. I don't know why that was hard for me. Welcome to the show. Terrazoid, who says, perfect timing. I just finished my bot that finds links to private classes in Twitch chats and posts them in Discord. Good opportunity to test it if anyone is interested. Oh, wow. So it looks at Twitch chat, sees a link to a clash, and then it posts it in Discord so that way you know you can join it. That's really interesting, Terrazoid. Very cool. What's up, ACM, and Chestel, and Jay, and Kevin Evans, and Jamoke, and Being Pranjal, and Lakshman, and Tuan, and Shines Love, and Ricard, and Arul, and Fan Love. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Akash, and Casper, and Slake, and NJ Berman, and GokBL, and Riven, and Modded Technic, and Lapsy, who says, I'm having some trouble. My dad asked me if I could build him a website that he can access from anywhere and check the temperatures of things on the barbecue. I have no problem with electrical stuff, but I can't figure out the best way to be able to access the website from anywhere. Do you have any advice? So, here's what you would need to do. You would need some sort of remote device that's sitting out near the barbecue that can check the temperature. And you could weatherize it. You also could just have your dad bring it out there every time he cooks. And the easiest thing probably would be to Raspberry Pi. You could use to use a Raspberry Pi. You probably could use like an SB or basically an Arduino that has a network connection. But a Raspberry Pi already has like Wi-Fi on it, so it's good to go. And what you would do is that Raspberry Pi could write to a database. And potentially, like, the easiest thing might even be something like Firebase. So your Raspberry Pi could write to Firebase, and then you could just have a web page that's listening for messages from that Firebase database, and you're good to go. So the Raspberry Pi writes to Firebase, you just build a totally separate static app that reads from that database that shows you the barbecue temperature. This could be a fun little project, though I don't barbecue very much. What's up, Ahmed? Welcome, Andrew Lane Impersonator. Sorry you got banned. Don't do that. Change your name and then or make a new Twitch account and then come hang out with us. What's up, Ace Mods and Cams and Cameron Codes and Peanuts and Happy Jojo and Galaxy, and I'm Tom Eddy, and Dev M, who says, watching while working with a new to me XML specification. Meh. I don't like XML. But good luck with that. Hope you figure out the XMLs. What's up, Spectari and Turtle Monkey and Vanaway and Shot in the Dark and Hano Demon and Pablo and Zaka King and Informath Music just in time. What's up to Tuzuo and Babyface and Folky Bits and Akumanara and Zoltan and Loop and JC VD and Muhammad and Mahid and Sky. Very cool. And the She-Boss, who says, it was this morning when you were off stream. It's true. I was not streaming earlier this morning. Oh, you resubbed when I wasn't streaming is what you're saying. I don't. Sometimes Twitch doesn't always like repost when the thing happens. I don't know. And Cyber Samurai, could I explain Stack Overflow, aka an infloop, and why is it so bad? Oh, so a Stack Overflow is when the stack overflows. So the stack, at least like in the JavaScript world, it works this way in most programming languages. But the stack is potentially where like function calls can be put onto the stack. So if you have a function that calls a function that calls a function that calls a function, each of those function calls gets pushed onto the stack. And then when finally when that last function you called is completed, it gets popped off the stack, and then the code resumes execution in the function that was in the stack before that. And then that function gets popped off the stack, and then it resumes execution in the function that was in the stack before that, and then it basically pops all the way down. But if you have too much recursion, that's a way you can get a Stack Overflow, because you call the same function over and over and over and over again, and the stack just fills up, and then you run out of space on your stack. That's a Stack Overflow. What's up, Binary King and Yetsin? And yeah, Shubham, hopefully you get access. What's up, Chandra? And Adoob. No, I didn't say hello. Welcome. Welcome, Gonzo. Welcome to the show. What's up, Pedro? And Bear Cool, and Acelera, and PJ Keller from Canada. Very cool. What's up, B50 or Bisifty? How do I get all the inspiration or ideas to program all these varied projects? People think it's interesting, and I think it's interesting too. That's mainly why I do stuff. I try to keep it interesting. So like the LEDs and like the overlays and stuff like that, they were really fun to build, and they're interactive. So yeah, I like to do things that are fun and interactive. What's up, Jordan? And Karate Wump and Wowpalia, who says, may your code be blessed with the 1,000 first try. Well, thank you very much, Wowpalia. What's up, Erfan and Lou and Dewan and Sioyash and Raphael and Raymond and Samar. Let's Sandeep. First time doing Clash of Code. Very cool. Yeah. Last time we maxed it out. I think we got like 95 people in a clash. You can have up to 100 people in a clash. And what's up, Neo Sai and Pavat and Isle and Mr. Demon Wolf. What's up? Hello, Schnopey and Sir Goldman and GD Mikey and Zixus and T. Dotton, who says, good to catch a stream while I'm crunching some PHP at work. Nice. Yeah, and so when we do clashes, you're welcome. If you want to join, you're welcome to use PHP to solve them. What's up, Sid and Dave Hall? And that's me. And hello, Zim Noise and Pat Dev and Miguel and William Cameron. Jellyboot's got to run, but they wanted to say, well, thank you for dropping by, Jellyboot. See ya. Hello, Mohammed and Yogo and Old Schools from Germany. Welcome. Hello, Hacks. What's up, JDO? And Jan says, hey, I'm Nonsense. Actually, I'll do a thing. I thought about this. Like, all of my mods, I wanted to get I appreciate you, so I would gift you a sub in one of your favorite channels. But if I'm your favorite channel, I'll gift you a sub to me. We'll talk about it later. What's up, yes sir? And Agar, first time, welcome. What's up, Eternal Dev Coder, and Black Claw, and Sight, and Folk, and Varun, and Himal, and Not Blue Beast, who says, I chose to come late. I hope that I would have skipped the hello part. No, it just gets longer and longer. What's up, Theckies, and Kemaya, welcome to the show. Hello, John. Here's your after clash stretches. Okay. What's up, Neat, and Gilles, and Eddie, and Tanera, and George, and DJ, Xena, and Anaboth. It's been a while since I've seen you, Anaboth. Oh, welcome back. Hey! Mods, gifted mods. Thank you, Murdoch, for gifting to Jan. I appreciate you. What's up, Dustin the Brain, and Seamock, and Hamza, and Thite, and Nelson, and Nikru, and I Satisfied, and Mart. Hi, Mom. Mart's famous. They're on the screen. Skywalkie. They're also sort of famous. What's up, Cole? And Ben. Yeah, you made it, everyone. Welcome. What's up, Nuxbot and Spider-Man and Bluefin and Silvers and Drake and Wiley and Osama and Rafiu. And NFG says, I wonder if we're gonna finish anything. We're at least gonna finish saying hello. That's an accomplishment. Savior of the universe. What's up, SPD? John with the 10 bits. I have been learning a lot more JavaScript. I am somehow having trouble with iterating over a matrix. So an array of arrays. And Jordan, thank you for the 100 bits. Very much appreciated. That was my break timer. We missed it, but let's take a quick stretch. We're almost done. Look at this. We're only 8 minutes behind on hellos. It's gonna go quick. Travis, what's up? Hello, Rain by Sun. From Denver. Very cool. Hey, Jan. Jan is paying it forward with a gift. Thank you very much, Jan. I do not mean to guilt anyone into gifting, but thank you, Jan. What's up, Jose and Bad Boater? Welcome to the show. Major Gamer Geek and GM Awesome and Christinas and Alex and Guan. but my name has hi in it. Oh, we changed it. We changed it so now that this only matches messages instead of matching names as well. And hello, you 888888 and Catan and LJP and the boys. What's up? With the 5 gifted. Thank you very much. So much support here today. I really appreciate you. Oh, I forgot. We started the Newt thing and then we never turned it on. This is in honor of Revive Newt. But also, what's up? Thank you very much for what's up. Thank you for the 5 gifted sub. What's up? T13R, how's it going? Egogio Iglesias, welcome. Hello, Pseudo Ghost. Well, thank you very much. What's up, Bizarius? And Dustin the Brain with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. And Viking, welcome to the show. What's up, Lied? Howdy, bots. Hey, Red Wes with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Bjorn the Dev, Nordic Frog, Scarab, Bones, RHR88. What software do you use for wireframing? It varies. I've used Balsamic, and there's also like wireframe.cc. It's really easy to use. Oh, welcome back from holiday, NJ Bourbon. What's up, Ashin? And LJP, thank you for those 100 bits. The impersonator got banned from Twitch. What? Well, okay. Yukurai, Ollie the Bear, thank you for being here. What's up, Alka and Siba? Which is better, Postman or Insomnia? It really depends. I like the fact that Insomnia doesn't require any sort of account. You can just instantly start using it. Postman's cool for sharing things with your team. But I think Insomnia has that now too. I don't know. Hello, Viewlancer. What's up, Mr. Dev King? And Miros, Spanish streaming with your friend. Wow, I should do that again. But the thing is, I have not seen a lot of my friends in person since this whole pandemic thing. But yeah, I'm open to it. We need to get Berto back on the stream. He's a good dude. And what's up, Amand and Sight and DS Legends and I am, who's a beginner in JavaScript, but I still see your stream as fun. Well, very cool. Beginners are welcome here as well, and you can participate in Clash of Code. Though I will say sometimes the Clash of Codes get really hard. But yeah, hello Bato and Dev Henrique and Queeter and RX who says, would I recommend the Free Code Camp? Yeah, I like what the one thing I like about Free Code Camp is it is if you're totally new to programming, it's a good guideline. It's like kind of like a roadmap. If you're new to web development, it's a roadmap of the things that you need to learn. You may not use Free Code Camp to learn all of those things, but you can kind of use that as your checklist of like, yes, these are the things I need to learn to be a web developer. What's up, Mo Saeed and Wygo and AJ and Deja Sej? I only come for the hellos. What's up, Dad of Dom? We're almost there, everyone. We're really close. What's up, Zimnos and Anonymous? Thank you for the 100 bits. Very much. Thank you. It's interesting how the anonymous bits get the little ghosty. I like that. Hello, Need and Hulkenberg and Samya and Nuxbot and Not Blue Beast. Welcome to the show. What's up, Lechi? I don't think I have said hello to you. Welcome. And what's up, Lapsy? This is the hello stream you keep talking about. No, we've done it before. I've literally done a 1-hour stream where we did nothing but say hello, and then I ended the stream. It's happened, and there were 300 people watching, it was just crazy. Imrok, I'm just here for the drop game. A lot of people are just here for the drop game. Welcome, Pure Lol. What's up, MMG and Ricky and Harsh? I'll show you in just a second. I'll explain everything about Clash of Code. We're really close, really close. What's up, Mohammed and Free Debugs? Welcome back. And John and Ringworld, welcome to the show. And hello, Revive Newt and Alex and the Final Edge, who says, awesome and fun channel. Here's my AMA question. What's your ethnicity or background? Interesting. I'm curious if this is a frequently asked question. I don't know if it is or not. I'm a bit of a mutt. I have Hispanic descent and European descent. I took a DNA test, and that's basically what that's what I thought, and that's what it said. I'm from basically like the entire map was lit up of places that I'm from. And what's up, Simak and Aknat and MJP and Neku and D-Shrike and Dejasej and Monoscode and Bluefin and Leomet. I have 10,000 channel points. How does the code review work? We do it, and actually. Next Friday, I think we're going to do a code review stream. So mark your calendars. August 14th, we'll do a code review, and then you can use them then. And Hello Function, and Jurban, and Dawash, and Hamal Patel. We did it! We said hi to everybody. I did my best. I took my DNA test, and I'm 100% a dev. Cool. We got a couple of follows. Thank you. It's very curious that we're doing this weird hello thing. You said you still followed, but I appreciate you. Thank you, RXBX. Thanks for being here. What's up, thank you for the follows. Let's do a couple of stretches, and then we will clash. I said hi to myself. Your birthday's in 3 days. Well, be sure to come back. We'll sing happy birthday to you. And thank you, Clay Park, for that follow. I mainly code in JavaScript, but today I think I'm going to give Python and Ruby a try as well. Yeah. I appreciate that, Imphy. One day we're going to have just a massive list of like random quotes that I've said before. And then we could correlate those back to stream times and we could clip them automatically or something. I don't know. Object. All right. Everyone, you've probably been sitting at home for like an hour, so feel free to stand up, take a stretch. Multiple stretches. This is good. We need longer than a 10-second stretch. Saying hello is hard work. Python. I'm curious, what is the emote name? It is... Excuse me. Oh, it's literally... You have to do a capital P. Do a capital P and it'll show up. One more stretch. How's this work? It's been a long time since I stretched. How am I supposed to do? Yeah, this is a thing, right? This is the thing people do. Bruh. Samya, thank you for the posture check. Otto, thank you for that hydrate. Cheers. Bizarrius also with the posture check. Sky with that hydrate. That fresh squeeze Red Bull. Jan with the posture check. I don't think I'm gonna automate saying hi. It just really takes away from it. Oh, that is a picture of me stretching, huh? So one of these. Harsh, thank you for the stretch as well. Gerben, cheers. I'm Tom Eddy. Thank you for the stretch. It's like, cheers. I can automate waving hi with the robot arm. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it at all. Bim. Okay. Here we go. So if you're new to Clash of Code or Coding Game, you can go to codinggame.com. They have a lot of different types of games and challenges, but Clash of Code is the one that we like to play. And we're going to do it right now. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Let's actually write some code. So there are different modes. I think we're just going to start off with... let's start off with fastest mode. So basically, we are going to be presented with a coding problem. This will generate a unique link. I'm going to share it in the chat, and then everyone will have a chance to join. Up to 99 other people can join. And then there'll be a 15-minute timer, and we'll attempt to solve the problem. It'll be the first time that any of us have seen the problem description, and we have to write our code in the editor and submit it. And in fastest mode, it's the fastest person to solve the problem. It's not like the fastest runtime or anything like that. It's literally the fastest person to solve it. And let's go. You can use any of these programming languages. We're not going to limit it right now. Maybe later on we'll say you can only use JavaScript or you can only use Python, but feel free to choose like a really weird language, because after it's over, I usually review the top 3 winners. So we'll look at your code, see how you did it. And then anybody that chose like a really weird language, we'll always look at that just to see, or like not a weird language, but an uncommon language, a language that other people didn't use. PHP technically isn't that weird, but sometimes there's only one person that chooses PHP. So we'll look at it. All right, let's go. All right, so the class starts in 2 minutes. And there's the link. So if you click that link, you'll be able to join the clash. If you're not signed up, you should be able to sign up with GitHub, which is pretty fast. You have about 2 minutes to join the clash. I'm gonna add a command, current clash. There's that. Cool. The thing is, after the 2 minutes are up, you cannot join. So it's gonna start in 1 minute and 32 seconds. After that, look at this, we got 58 people. Nice. Welcome, everyone. It's filling up quick. Does it have white space? Wait, does what have white space? Yeah, I mean, you should have seen this last time. Last time we filled it up to 95 slots, I think, which is pretty sweet. A lot of people don't like PHP, but it's fine. Oh, the language white space. Yeah, and what's Hulk Hokenberg asking? We have a minute. if we can answer what Hulk Hulkenberg is asking. Can you give me some material related to animations and web page? I don't really have any. I don't do much super interactive animation stuff. You can look up keyframe animations. That's about all I know about CSS animations. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what people choose, but if you choose Go, then it's very likely that other people won't choose it. Typecaster? I'm not in VS Code though, so you won't be able to see it. I could install Keycaster. Keycaster, which is an open source thing. Not that, this. Though, I don't think I'm gonna have time. We only got 15 seconds. No, I don't want that. I just want to download it. Where are the releases? Here. 6 seconds! Ah! Ah! Do. Okay, we'll install that afterwards. But fastest mode, so you have 15 minutes to solve the problem. And you can see up here at the top is your timer. So the time's going down. When it's 0, the time's up. You can see people that have submitted over on the left-hand side. On the right is where you will write your code. Right now in fastest mode, comments don't matter. However, when we're in something like shortest mode, you are going to want to remove the comments. You can also see your test cases down here, so you can run a single test case, and you can also click this button to see more details about those test cases. All right, let's read the problem description. So John tries to build a display for an electric clock in which each digit is represented using 7-segment display. Time is displayed in a 24-hour format, like hour, minute. Digits from 0 to 9 look like this. Okay. When the time on the clock changes by 1 minute, some segments must stay turned on, and some must stay turned off, and some of them have to change state. Help John write for him program that calculates. Write a program for him that calculates how many segments will change state when time changes 1 minute from the specified time. Okay, so we're going to get multiple cases that we have to solve. It's possible that somebody copies my code, but I would have solved it first, so that's just how things go. So there's going to be n number of cases. Each one is in an hour, minute format. We basically, this is tricky to do this in 13 minutes. Okay, but yeah, so like in this case, the first line says 3. That means there's going to be 3 lines of input. We basically have to put that into some sort of 7-segment display, and then when time adjusts by 1 minute, we need to determine how many segments actually change. So when it goes from 4 to 5, then we need to, what are we outputting? The number of segments changing state. So the number of segments that do have to change. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3. Going from 4 to 5 is a state change of 3. Yeah, and then you output 3. And then going from 0 to 1, but then you also have to count for like going from 59 to 0. Okay, first of all, I just need to solve the problem of representing these numbers inside of some sort of 7-segment display that keeps track of all of the different bits, so we can compare what changes from one to the next. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. So you can see the code here. Read line is what we'll read the line in is the number of lines, and then we get the time as a string. So let's just split that string on colon, and that's going to give us the hours and the minutes, like that. And it is 0 padded, which is nice. It's a 24-hour clock. So that's actually going to give us back an array where we have the hours and the minutes. I have given up. And what I want to do is, I mean, actually, things get really tricky. Like if you're going from 11:59 to 12 o'clock, or any time you cross the hour barrier, that's a ton of change. Okay. So we have to figure out how I'm gonna actually represent this in segments. I mean, like my idea, Divo says, no, you don't. You just need to count 10 state changes. Well, we technically need to add 1 minute to it and then count the change from there. I don't know. But how many segments change for each transition? Okay, it's technically cheating, but I'm gonna do that. So let's do it. Let's do a table of state changes. So we can do like state changes, and this will just be an object. So when 0 changes, it's going to change to 1. So we can look at how many things change from 0 to 1. And it looks like it just, does it stay lit up on the left-hand side? But regardless, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 segments that need to turn off when you go from 0 to 1. Yeah, so the answer is 4. If we go from 1 to 2, then it is, I mean, I'm assuming 1 is aligned along the left-hand side, I guess. Yeah, a lot of people have already given up. We have 10 minutes left. So if we go from 1 to 2, then this stays on, that turns off. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things that have to change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 state changes. From 2 to 3, everything else is in order. Does it literally just go up? Math.random gave you 0%. Use a bit string to represent and use bitwise operators. Oh, that'd be a really cool solution. Okay, I'm not that smart, so I'm gonna do it manually. This is like the brute force manual way. If I can figure this out, then it's just a matter of figuring out when we go from 11:59 to like 12. Okay, regardless, I can do this. Maybe. So from 2 to 3, we have 1, 2, 3 things that change. When does the time ever change from 0 to 5? It only increases by 1. It only increases by 1. Okay, so then when we go from 3 to 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 things that need to change. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. When we go from 4 to 5. 1, 2. Oh, you're right. 2 to 3 is just 2. Yeah. Could I? Is there somewhere I can look this up? 7 segment display state changes. It's gonna take me 10 minutes just to count the changes. You're right. Is it literally just the number of lit up LEDs? 5 sometimes goes to 0. Oh. Does it? No, it doesn't. No, you only increase by a minute. When can the time go from 5 to 0? In the minutes column? Oh, buddy. Okay. Already, I've wasted I've wasted so much time. This is not gonna work. Okay, let's do this. Let's just have like our segments, right? Our segments is an object that, if anything, I'm just gonna figure out how to put this. Yeah, you're all very right. I probably should not listen to chat and just like try to solve it my own way, because I was gonna build like an hours object that kept track of segments and stuff like that. Next time, I'm just gonna ignore you all. Okay, but let's say for the number 0, our segments are like, I kind of want to do like an array of arrays, right? Like, this is what I wanted to do, and then I listened to you all. I wanted to do something like, oh no, because then you have like 0, 2, 2, 1. Let's just keep talking about it, and then the problem will be over. Yeah, so it's like that one's on, and then the next row is 1, 1, and then it's 1, 1, and then it's 1, like that. So this is a 0. Simulating it is more than looking it up in a table. Come on. So that's our 1. That's our 0. We have our 1, which is like, I'm just going to assume it's actually 0. Well, actually, off. Oh no, wait. Anonymous gifter. Thank you for the gift to Katoli. I appreciate you. We forgot the middle segment. Yeah. So we actually need this, which is off technically. So it's 1 2 1 2 1. 1 2 1 2 1, and this is what a this is off. This is what a 1 looks like. Cool. Yeah. And then this is what a 2 looks like. I'm literally, I'm just going to be able to do this. It's fine. It's just fine. Okay, so this one is on. Yeah, nobody redeemed a focus mode. You could have redeemed a focus mode, people. Okay, that one's on. That one's on. That one's not on. And this one's on, like that. One is wrong? No, I'm considering, so that's the other thing, I don't even know how to represent this, but the top row is just a single LED, and I'm saying that top row is off. Thank you, Revive Newt, for the focus mode. I mean, it's a lost cause. There's no way I'm gonna get this. But yeah, so basically, I'm not gonna explain myself. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Let's keep going. I'll explain it after. So 2, and then we have 3, which is the top one is on. That one's on. That's on. And then this is on, and that's off, and that's on. So that's a 3. Make a single dimensional array. I can't think like that though. I really it's really hard for me to think in, like, we could flatten this, but I can't think in a single dimension. I guess we could if we had spacing. Oh well. I don't have enough time anyways. I'm just waiting for the next clash. Is anybody going to be able to get it? Like, nobody has submitted it yet, and we only have 4 minutes left, so cool. All right, if we have a 4, the top LED is off. The next LED, 2 LEDs are on. That one's off and on, and that one's off. Cool. All right, we go here. Rip. We have a 5. So the top LED is on. The second LED, second line is on and off. The next one is on. Then we have off and on, and then this one would be on. Cool. It's an array of arrays. Yeah, I mean, and technically, you all are right. It would be a whole lot easier if this was a flat array, because then we could do the XOR thing people were talking about. But I'm not that smart. Okay, first line on. That one's on and off. That one's on. That one's on and then that one's on. Hey, Revive Newt. Thank you for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. I'm like, is anybody gonna complete it? You only have 3 minutes left. I mean, this just goes to show, like, there's a lot of smart people here, and can they solve a problem like this in 15 minutes? I don't know. Okay, so this is actually 0 1, and then this is 0, and then this is 0 1, and then this is 0. I'm missing a comma. You're right. I'm missing multiple commas. This code is invalid. Terrazoid will win without participating. SPD says I'm getting nowhere fast. All right. We have this. Oh, I can't. How did I miss so many commas? I think at this point, it's just an exercise in writing out the LEDs. This is how we're feeling. All right. Oh, you did something similar? So the thing is, we have to detect this number of state changes. 1 is missing in 0. Well, thank you. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, we have 7. All right, 8. In 8, everything's on. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Cool. And then in 9, we have 1 1 1 1 1, and then this one is off, like that. There we go. We've done it. I have a minute and a half left. So I think what I would do is I would basically look at each digit. So we have what the current time is right now. Then we have to figure out what the time is going to be next. So, well, we would technically add a minute. So we'll say like the next, well, we don't even know what the next hour is. We'll say the next minutes. minutes is going to be minutes plus 1, right? And we would parse that as a number. And then we'd have to determine if that total number of minutes is great. If minutes is 59, then we actually have to increase. I mean, really, we would do that check here. So like if minutes is equal to 59, then flip it. Else, we just add 1. Right? We do something like that. And then similarly, if if minutes equals flip 59, then actually we need to flip the hour. Hey, the She-Boss, the 4-month Twitch Prime resub. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. 4 months. 4 months. Let's see. Has anybody solved it? Oh, Brandon's got 40%. Joey's got 40%. Yeah, I'm out of time. This was, I failed to mention earlier, but this may be the way that every single one of these clashes goes. I'm going to try my best, but it's also possible that I fall flat on my face. And thank you, LGP, for or LJP for those 100 bits. Submit my current code. Let's see, did anybody get 100%? And Brandon, I'm proud of you. Good job. Good job. 0 equals A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Are you talking about, oh, you know what? Like on an actual 7-segment display, that's usually how they label them, the LEDs, isn't it? That was definitely a hard one for 15 minutes, yeah. It's okay. We can actually review it. And let's do this. If you did the clash, leave a review. Because that will let them know that, I mean, this was kind of fun. This was extremely difficult. The statement was clear enough. It was clear. And the test cases, I really didn't even give a chance. Extremely hard to complete in 15 minutes. Doable problem. There you go. Submit. All right, it looks like everyone has submitted. And Brandon, great work, Brandon. Look at this. We've got, how many people were in this clash together? Do we have any stats? Does anybody remember what the number was? It was like 60, right? 70 out of 74 people, not a single person got 100%. 80, was it 82? It was more than 70. Regardless, if you were not able to do this problem, don't fret. It's okay. But let's check out how Brandon did it. we're not all, I mean, we're smart people. We try our best. All right, let's see how Brandon did it in JavaScript. Let's see. So we have our segments. Is this the number of changes? 2, 4, 5, 2. Weird. Okay. I actually don't know what this is yet. And Devo. Oh no, Revive New. Thank you for gifting the sub. Appreciate you. You can check how many people selected a language. Where's that? I don't see it. The number of segments that are on for that number. That makes sense. Yeah, I could see where that could potentially go wrong, though, because it could technically be a different number of segments, but the certain ones stay on. Okay, the array is the amount of changes. So the first is amount of changes from 9 to 0, then 0 to 1, and then 1 to 2. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at yours, and I'm Tom Eddy. Okay, so we have all of our segments, and then we're looking at each line. We're going to read that line in. We are going to grab the last digit. So if the last digit is divisible by 10, no, if the last digit plus 1, so if the next number is divisible by 10, then that means that 2 numbers are changing, right? Right? Something like that? I don't know. And then we get the tens place, which is the last 2 values. Wait. No. It's just the second to last value. And you add 1 to that. And then we needed to determine if that was going to increase from like 5 to 6. The She-Boss! Everybody's gifting subs. Thank you all for the gifted subs. Yeah, 23 to 0. I guess that could happen too. The solution is missing if the hour is changing too. Yeah, so this is really just accounting for minutes, and then they didn't have enough time to account for hours. Good job, Brandon. This was a tricky one. What a way to start a stream. All right, let's see how Joey did it. Also got 40%. Great job, Joey. I apologize. I wasn't as excited about your solution. I've just seen Brandon a lot on the stream, so I was like, Brandon, go Brandon. But 40% as well. Let's see how you did it. So we have our map. So it says 1 is 4, 0 is 2. So I think, yeah, it's a similar thing to going from one number to the next. That's how many changes there are. We have the number of lines. We are splitting it and then mapping it, so that gives us our hours and minutes. That isn't counting state changes, though. Right. But it still somehow got them to 40%. So that gets the hour and the minute from the input. If the next minute is greater than 59, then that means we need to roll over the hour. So we'll say hour equals hour, no, like next hour equals hour plus 1. And then the minutes become 0, right? But if the next minute is not greater than 59, then we need to check if it's divisible by 10, because then we're going from like 9 to 10. Right? Something like that? Or 19 to 20. Yeah, so because two things would change in that scenario. Okay. And yeah, you're looking at the number of changes in the map. Cool. Yeah, it's a great solution. There's just it's not accounting for all scenarios though. I like it. Yeah, and like somebody mentioned, it doesn't necessarily account for, or does it? Isn't counting state changes. The last one. This one should be, because this is the number of segments changing when it goes from one to the next, from a given value to the next value. Code. Yeah, we're writing code. All right, I'm going to look at Galaxy Production, who got 3rd place, and then we're just going to do another one, and we're never going to speak of this challenge ever again. C#, everybody. All right, so we have a dictionary of characters to numbers. This is basically like the object that we saw created in JavaScript. It's kind of like a map. It goes from the number in the segment display, and then how many changes are required to go from that number to the next number. Pretend we never saw it. So read in the number of lines, read each line. Time.last. Time.last, is that going to give us the last digit of that string, which is the hour-minute separator? And then we're going to look at the last, if the last digit is 9, the number of changes is that time at, wait, what? The third indice? I'm done. Let's go on to the next one. No, not that. That's the wrong thing. Learning how to work under pressure, for sure. So here's the thing. I can put this on my resume. I've solved a code clash in front of 2,000 people before. We got rated by Kit Boga, and I was in the middle of a challenge, and I solved it. I can work under pressure. Have you ever done a coding interview in front of 2,000 people? Okay, let's do it in shortest mode. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Coding Garden, where we just started. We did not just spend 15 minutes where nobody got anything done. If you click this link in the chat, then you will be able to join this clash where we are going to compete. Now, it is important to know that we're actually going into shortest mode. That was a funny, that was a good time. But, oh yeah, thank you, Murdoch. So you can also do current clash, and that's going to get you a link to the current clash. After the 2 minutes are up, you can no longer join. But yeah, you can join this. We're doing shortest mode. So we're going to have 15 minutes, but you have 15 minutes to solve it in the least number of characters. We're basically doing code golf. Yeah, so the thing about the shortest problems is they're potentially easy to solve, but it's a little bit harder to make it as few characters as possible. This means few characters. Few characters. But yeah, hey, people join. You have a minute left to join. We only need 15 more people and we'll max it out. I don't think on my stream, we've never made it to 100. Help us out. Let's break a record. Let's go. I am premiering an archive. You can tell it's an archive because I'm wearing a different shirt on YouTube. Oh, we only need 7 more. Come on, everybody. Waiting for the Ruby 60-character solution. Yeah. So definitely, if you choose Ruby or Python, yeah, 3 more. Yeah, if you use Ruby or Python, 2 more. Oh, are we gonna do it? Are we gonna max it out? We did it! Yes, we maxed it. Great work, everyone. Claps in the chat. Just type clap. CLAP. Just type it in the chat. Clap. All right, shortest mode. Now, like I mentioned, you'll have 15 minutes, but here's the thing. If you look at the code over here, you have your code size. You want that to be as small as possible. Mine currently is 264. Look at that, Newt. Mine is currently 264, and comments count. So look, if I remove the comments, we're already down to 141. And if I remove these, so you want to remove all comments. I'll give you a quick hint. In JavaScript, you can use print instead of console log. And that reduces the number of characters. If you're in JavaScript, you probably shouldn't use semicolons because that's going to increase your number of characters. That's about all the hints I'm going to give you for JavaScript so that I can win. But when you submit, you want this value to be the smallest number possible. Whoever has the smallest is going to be the winner, regardless of how long it takes you to solve it. Okay. Your program, yeah, I forgot. And you can also change your coding language. So you can choose anything you want. I'm going to choose JavaScript, but you can choose anything else. Yeah, don't use line breaks too. I mean, you potentially can. Okay, your program must perform a bitwise NOT on a binary number given through the standard input and print the result to the standard output. Warning, the number of binary digits must remain the same. Okay, so we get in a binary number. We do a NOT, so we're knotting every value. This is very doable. Oh, everyone just sigh a breath of relief. Basically, all you have to do, think of if you don't know anything about binary, just thinking about it like this. You have a string of values. They're either 0 or 1. You need to output a new string where if in the input string it was a 0, the output string has a 1. And if in the input string it was a 1, the output string has a 0. That's all you're doing. It's a binary knot. You're basically knotting each of the bits, but think of it like you have an input string and you're flipping everything from zeros. Look at Pterozoid's already done with 36 characters in Ruby. It's opposites. Yeah. So that's really all you got to do. Let's figure out how we're going to do this in JavaScript. So we're going to read the line in. That's going to give us the string. I'm going to split it. So that turns it into an array. I guess it's probably less characters if I spread it into an array. It might be exactly the same number of characters. Split it. And then we need to look at each individual character, map it. That's going to give us the bit. And then we need to return if it's should we turn this into content? Nah. It's just for the people watching right now. I mean, and anybody that that watches an hour and a half into the YouTube VOD. Oh, good morning, Electrothermal. You got it 70 in JavaScript. Okay, I'm gonna try to beat you in this, and we have time. Okay, we have 12 minutes. Okay, so if that bit is equal to a 0, then it becomes a 1. Otherwise, it becomes a 0. And then we join that all back together on the empty string. This should do it. How many characters is it? I don't know. No, dot map is not a function. Oh, I need to do this because we need to turn it into an array so that we can map it. Yeah, so that does that, and I've done it in 46 characters in JavaScript. Honestly, I kind of just want to submit because everyone is like, I mean, I've already beat everyone. Can I make this even smaller? Yeah, I think I'm just going to submit because I basically have given all the JavaScript coders hints. So I'm going to submit that there. I at least got like third place for now. It's very possible that people submit it in smaller number of characters. I could have made it 45. Did I have a semicolon on there? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, that was fun. I actually solved one. The level of JavaScript, I think they have they're using Node, at least Node version 12 or Node version 10. Not sure. Yeah. B-1. Oh, Okay, b minus 1. If it's 0, it becomes -1. So we take the absolute value of it? Yeah. Well, that's super interesting. I'm curious in that. Yeah, I'm gonna take. Yeah, we're gonna look at the winning results for sure. But yeah, if I say, let's say b is equal to the string 0, and if I do 1 minus b, that gives us 1. Oh wow, we could have gotten even smaller. Oh, that's fun, because then if b is equal to the string 1, and if you say 1 minus b, and what's happening here is in JavaScript, if you attempt to subtract a string from a number, it coerces the string into a number automatically. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. Oh, Dill did it in 21 characters. Yeah. So typically, in a problem like this, you would want to take the full 15 minutes, but because I'm on a platform where a bunch of people are watching me, I very much had the feeling that people were going to try to copy what I did, so I went ahead and submitted. Ruby should be illegal. Yeah, I mean, I think we should do another, not the next one, but maybe a few ones after that. We should do one where you can only use Ruby. Yeah. 21. Yeah, but we're gonna look at those in just a second. I wanna make sure that we don't have any cheaters. But hello, Honey Pop. Welcome to the show. I'm going to acknowledge all of the follows that we got. We've gotten 23 so far. I appreciate you all. Thank you to White Dog for being here. What's up, Ethianor and T1 Angel and Jammer? Much appreciated. And Nacho, thank you for being here. And Koken and Shine on G. Thank you for the follow. And you are existing. Let's just appreciate the fact that we're existing right now. And thank you, you are existing, for following me. I appreciate it. Yeah. Cheers, everyone. We're here. This is it. This is life. Hellman Boys. Reminds me of Hellman's mayonnaise. I don't know. Thank you for the follow. Yatin, thank you for following. Vingenes, thank you for the follow. IDK Mo, thanks for being here. And Norcotic, much appreciated. And Z3stra. And iKate, Letka. And Filu, thanks for being here. And OK Otter, thank you for the follow. And Karis, thank you for the follow. And Mr. Who Knows, thank you for following. And Arabello. And Datuputi. And Digordia, thank you for the follow. And Goncalius, much appreciated. And Just B. And A401. And Mirarimu. And Well Done Steak Pog. Thank you all for the follows. Much appreciated. 53 in JavaScript. Oh, nice, Julian. Great work. Yeah, I mean, nobody's beaten me in JavaScript yet. They might be trying. They're trying their best, probably. Yeah, the newt is just making a circle. No, absolutely, it's absolutely true. Like, if you chose a language that was not something like, oh, Ahmed, 41 in JavaScript, you might have used the B-1. And in for math music, you definitely used the B-1, didn't you? Bit -1? I don't know. Okay. But yeah, if you use C++ or Java, there's just so much boilerplate that you need that it's very hard to get a shortest mode. Well, hello, Umber Sage. Thank you for being here. I gave the solution on how to beat me. You're right. You're very right. Who followed? Lakay Cow. Thank you for that follow. Revive Newt. 35 minutes ago, you asked me to hydrate, and I'm doing it now. Thank you very much. Cheers to Slake as well. Oh, I didn't even see that focus mode. Oh no, we did that focus mode, didn't we? Yeah, we did that. Thank you. Nordic Frog, thank you for the hydrate. Cushy Mushy, cheers. Marked, thank you for the stretch. And Octave Keys, thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. And a posture check. The most hydrated streamer ever. I mean, there's probably others out there. Also, this is my 10-second break timer, just to remind everyone to take a quick stretch. I don't think print would be less than console log. It is, though. It's 4 characters, whereas console log is 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11 characters, so it's quite a few less. Yeah. And thank you, Manus Code, for that posture check. Who are you? Followers? We acknowledge that. And Doc Warder, thank you for being here. All right. Somebody else has beaten me. Somebody else has beaten me with 45 characters. You still technically have 5 minutes. I think we'll wait. I guess we'll wait the 5 minutes. We could start another one. Yeah, this was a good confidence booster. For anyone that like got totally hung up on that last one, this was a good confidence booster for sure. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Dev. Can you find examples of the XML? I don't know. No deployments on Friday is a good Friday. You should never have to deploy on Friday. We just have it's basically like a rule, a law at our company that we don't deploy on Fridays. But that's good that you don't have to deploy today. Well, I'm going to show the code, but I want to wait. I'm going to wait until the time is up so that people don't steal Deal's solution. All right, thank you, Paul. Thank you for being here. Always deploy on Friday. And Pilus, thank you for that follow. No change Friday, right? The Kotlin code I wrote, which is okay anywhere else, isn't working on Clash of Code. It might be an older version of Kotlin. I don't know. Hello, DQ. Yeah, it's good to avoid Friday just because if things go wrong, then you're like working on the weekend, which is not good. And to me, like even Thursday is pushing it. It's like my Fridays to be chill. Okay, someone pick a song, and I'm gonna sing it on ukulele using just the only chords that I know. Whatever song it is. The Shivas, thank you for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. Pick any song. I'll look up the lyrics. Take on me. Multiple people said take on me. All right, here we go. Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, I can figure this out. Okay, that's enough. That's I don't know the words to Take on Me. No. And those are definitely not the chords to Take on Me. The mid frequencies are overlapping. Sweet Home Alabama. Okay, we still technically have 2 minutes. All right. What was the song somebody recommended? Let's try The House of Rising Sun. Wait, is it The Animals? Is that the original singer? There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. Gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. A gambling man, the only time he's satisfied is when he's on drunk. What's the hook? Like, what's the chorus to this? I guess it's There Is a House in New Orleans, right? Are these the actual lyrics? First try. No, that's what I said. These are the only chords I know. I can sing any song with it. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. The clash is over. All right, we're done with that. No, we have 41 seconds. Come on. All right. Please stop. That's not very nice, Haima. It's not very nice to say things like that. Why is my test not working? I'm not sure. The output of the test is sometimes hard to parse because it says expected nothing, which means that you're actually outputting more than what they expected. It doesn't mean that you output the word nothing or anything like that. Please carry on. Oh, thank you, Colwat. All right, the clash is complete, and I'm in 11th place. I still completed in 3 minutes and 51 seconds, so that's pretty good. All right, let's take a look how Dill did it. They got 100% with Ruby in 21 characters. Look at this! It's amazing. It's amazing. Put string, get the string from the input. Anytime you see 0, 1, change it to be 1, 0. That's Ruby for you. I mean, could you have done that with a string replace? Did anybody use a string replace? Wow, great job, Dill. Great job. All right, let's see how Devo did it. Devo, if you click share my code, we can see how you did it in Perl. Ruby for the win, for sure. All right, let's see how Terrazoid did it in Ruby. I'm not sure what this does, but this is like reading input, get string, map all of the characters, and they're doing 1 minus the character. What's crazy is they still got they got 3rd place with this much code, which is awesome. Dill puts, Dill gets, but most importantly, Dill wins. Yeah, some serious code. Oh, let's see how div0 did it in Perl in 23 characters. Well, yeah, they did a regular expression. Replace all 0s and 1s with 1s and 0s. I didn't even think about that. It's beautiful. What's up, Florin? We're doing Clash of Code. You can join the next one. We're reviewing the... is it Devo or is it div0? Good old, well, that was Perl. This is Perl. I guess this is how you read input. Super weird. All right. JD Conrado did it in Python in 39 characters. Let's see how they did it. Grab the input, and then we have an ASCII translate table. So translate this ASCII key code to this ASCII key code, and this ASCII key code to this ASCII key code. Very cool. Yeah, translate's pretty nice in Python. You pass it a dictionary of what needs to change. All right, let's see how they did it in Haskell. Thite's always doing it in Haskell, and it's always really hard for me to understand what the code is even doing. Let's see if I can understand this one. I guess interact is probably a way of reading in the input. But I mean, like this makes sense. 1 becomes 0 and 0 becomes 1. But how? Okay, this is a map is using this to do the thing, and then interact reads the input. Pattern matching with the function f. Okay, so this is pattern matching. Okay, huh, bruh. 0, 1, 1, 0 means change 1 to 0 to 0 to 1, and not 0, 1, 1, 0. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is your pattern matcher. I'm just curious, I guess interact is how you read an input. Yeah. And then the result of this expression becomes the output, I guess. I'm curious to see if anybody did... Okay, so we've already looked at the top 5. I'm going to see if anybody did regular expression with JavaScript. No, so Ahmed basically had my solution, but they just did 1 minus instead of a ternary. But that's exactly what I did. Let's see how Informath Music did it. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. They didn't actually do B-1. They did unary plus of the digit. So that this converts the digit. Oh, wait, no. No. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what an exclamation mark is going to do in an equation. Let's figure it out. Convert string to decimal and then a logical not. Oh. Okay, that that makes sense. I was just, it looked like the way you've written this, it looks like you're saying exclamation mark plus. But yeah, I see. So now it's actually, yeah, this is really weird to look at. This is actually a unary plus. So a unary plus parses a string into a number. Well, it doesn't, that's what happened. That's the result of doing a unary plus is that. But I think behind the scenes it does something else. But regardless, that turns a character into a number, and then we not the number. So if you not 0, then you get true, and if you not 1, you get false. And then we're using the unary plus on a Boolean value. So if you do not, or if you do plus true, that gives you back 1. If you do plus false, gives you back 0. Would you look at that? Yeah, I would think, like, why didn't we just do replace 1s with 0s and then replace 0s with 1s? Did anybody use a regular expression? Let's see how Utori did it. Nope, same thing. Mirus, same thing. SP Dean? Very similar. I have no idea why your code does not work. Did anybody use, or yeah, so here we go. Here's a replace. So read it in, replace 1. So, okay, so find 1 or 0 globally, and then you have your replacer function that determines how it should be replaced. Infi says, I literally did that. Wait, where's your code, Infi? You're way down here. Replace 0 with Z, replace 1 with O. You just chained a bunch of replaces. I like it. All right, let's move on. Great work, everyone. Great work. We're going to do another one. Mad Lad. Wait, what did wait. What did free debugs do? Should I look at it? Spaces count. Yeah, spaces count for sure. Yeah, good game, everyone. Oh well. All right. Let's do another one. Coding game. Clash of Code. Like a troll solution. Mad Lad mustache. Oh, what's up, Tefel Slama? Not bad. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're writing code, but we also have fun with it. I'm just here to remind you that you shouldn't take yourself too seriously. I guess. I don't know. Is that what I'm here to do? Let's do another one. So we're going to do a clash. Let's do reverse mode. We haven't tried that yet. So reverse mode is interesting. So with reverse mode, you are given the inputs and the outputs, and you have to figure out what code to write based on those inputs and outputs. Reverse, yeah. And right now, I'll keep it as, and select any language. The clash that we do after this, we're gonna limit it. I think first we'll limit it to JavaScript. I'm gonna force everyone to write JavaScript, and then maybe the winner of that challenge will get to choose the language we use in the next one, but let's go. All right, we're gonna do reverse mode though. So if you're new to this, you can click this link in the chat, and you can join us in attempting to solve this problem that we are about to see. So if you're new to all of this, this is known as Clash of Code. It's a collaborative, competitive online coding game where in a minute and 45 seconds, we're all gonna be presented with the same problem. It's filling up fast. Great work, everyone. That's really good. But we're going to be presented with the same problem. And in this case, the first person to solve it will get first place. But you have up to 15 minutes to solve it, so no pressure. Take your time. Usually, like, this is a battle against yourself. It's not a battle against everyone else. Just solve it for you, basically. But this is reverse mode, so there will be no problem description. You're just going to see an example of inputs and an example of outputs, and you have to write the code that would make that happen, given those inputs and outputs. And in this case, it's the first person to figure it out. Here we go. No, you can use. No, I didn't lock the language. You can use any language you want. You can see the timers up here. You can click this and choose your language. I'm going to do JavaScript, but you can choose anything you want. The next one, we're going to lock the language. All right, so the game's in reverse mode. You write your code over here. You can click on your test cases. I will say sometimes the example code is kind of like, it gives you hints about what you potentially need to do. So this is reading in the number of lines and then reading in each line. But let's look at our inputs and outputs to figure out what to write. So we have an input, 10. We get back negative 63. We have an input, negative 64. We get back 71. Okay, but I do believe the first input is the number of numbers you're going to see. This is weird. Okay, because it kind of looks like if it's negative, add 1. If it's positive, do nothing. Add 1. Negative, add 1. Negative, add 1. And actually, I'm going to hide the chat because I don't want to cheat. So this is, see, that stays positive. It stays the same thing. 88 becomes 89. So we technically added 1. That's add 1. That's add 1. That's add 1. Oh, don't add 1 if it's prime? Is that what's happening? It's 41. 41 is prime, right? What is another one where we didn't add 1? 71 is prime too. I think that's the case. All right, let's solve it. But then technically I gotta write like an is prime function. 449 is 4491 prime. List of prime numbers. Check Wolfram. Is 4491 is not a prime number. Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong. 41 is 41 even? 41 is a prime number. Okay, so I've purposefully hidden the chat because I don't want you all to give me hints. But it looks like we're adding 1 in most scenarios, but sometimes we don't add 1. Why are we not adding 1? If it ends with a 1? If it ends with 1, don't add 1. Is that it? Is that literally all it is? That's literally all it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. We're gonna put the string number in a variable like this, and then we'll parse it. But by putting it in a string, it's gonna let me look at the last digit. So I'll say if the string number at the last digit is equal to 1, then we're just going to print the string number itself. Like, don't change anything. Else, we just add 1 to it. So parse it as a number, and then print in +1. All right, here we go. No! What did I do wrong? Found 64, expected 63. Oh, if it ends in a prime number? If it ends in a 1 or a 3. If it ends in an odd number. Okay, so instead of saying if it's equal to 1, let's mod it by 2 and see if it's odd. Is not equal to 0. Hey, I figured it out. I figured it out with the chat. All right. I bet chat is screaming at me right now. They're like, "Ah, you idiot, figure it out." Okay. It's not primes. No, it's not primes. It's if the last digit was odd. If the last digit was odd, then you don't add 1. Hey, anonymous, thank you for the gift to Infomath Music. Okay, what place did I get? Whoa, I'm way behind. I'm 20th place. 19 other people figured out what to do before me. That's okay. Oh, that's true. If the number itself is odd. I figured it out. But look at me. I'm a professional developer. People watch me code on Twitch, and I figured it out. Even if I was wrong in how I figured it out. Yeah, because if the last digit is odd, then it's technically odd, right? Well, boom. If true, return true, else return false. That's basically what happened. But congrats to Lampshades, who did it in Python. They solved it in 1 minute. They literally solved it in 1 minute. They are definitely a pattern matcher. I am an over-engineer. Yeah, I'm an overachiever. That's all I am. That's how odd numbers work. Crazy. All right. Nice. Okay, we got some follows. Thank you all for following. Who are you? Julia Stev, thank you for the follow. I feel like you've followed before. Maybe you left, you came back. Thank you for coming back if that is the scenario. David Coliseum, thank you for the follow. Stuart the Coder, thank you for the follow. Teophilus Lama, thank you for following. Dasty Dustleg, thank you for the follow. Captain Buttercup, thanks for being here. Curran, thank you for the follow. Marsha Fayette, thank you for following. Shakir Goody, thank you for the follow. Player, thank you for following. And Lyrics, thank you for the follow as well. Cheers, everyone. I got confused by the 10. Wait, is there a... because 0 is technically odd? Well, no. Maybe it was the last digit, though, because if there ever was a 0 in the last digit, then my code would have broken because that number would not have been odd, right? Because it would have been divisible by 10? Wait, no. Never mind. Here's the thing. I have a minor in mathematics. I just haven't used math in a long time. I'm saying dumb things. I realize I'm saying dumb things. I'm going to stop talking about maths. Slake, thank you for the hydrate. SDG, thank you for the hydrate. And John, thank you for the posture check. I'm going to switch legs. I know you can't see it, but I'm actually sitting on my leg right now. I don't think that's the case. I think if the last digit is 0, then you output the number itself. The number of numbers was useless. Yeah, you didn't really use that. The moment I started, I had to pretend, so I had to act like my computer wasn't working. Oh, you had to present. Dang. Are you in class right now, the she-boss? What are you doing? Playing Clash of Code in the middle of class? I mean, it's technically not bad. You're improving your coding skills. You're getting a CS degree, right? That's funny. Oh yeah, I need to, yeah, I'll fix that. I'll probably take a break pretty soon. You're 1 minute after me? 507 or 506? Oh, look at that. Ricard, is that you? Should I learn Angular or React? It really depends. It depends on so much. Both of those things, in most places, you can find a job. But yeah, it really depends. If you want to enjoy yourself, I recommend you learn Vue. And I will point you to the Coding Garden frequently asked questions. You left out Vue in your question there, but one of the things people ask me is why do I prefer Vue? And I have the things just for you. So I did a stream where I introduced you to Vue, but with React developers in mind, so I compared it a lot to React. And then someone, like a more beginner person, asked, when should I choose Vue over React or Angular? But this answer will actually help you because I talk about whenever you choose React, you have to make like 30 other decisions as well. If you choose Angular, those 30 other decisions are already made for you. But also, it may be like, are you making this decision for a team? Are you making this decision because you want to learn? Are you trying to find a job? There's a lot of it depends. Stop people from attending class. What's up, Milky Dad? Did we already get a shout out for you? Thank you for being here. I was lurking your stream the other night. I don't know if you had gotten raided or something, but like I saw close to 100 people. Killing it, dude. Killing it. Check them out. Yeah, what's up, Free Debugs? There's a lot of people here. Oh, you're at work running a meeting? Come on. You know, I will admit, I have done, and so I here's the thing. I just recently shared with my work that my Twitch channel is doing so well, so people from work might actually be watching right now, but I will admit, sometimes I'm doing Clash of Code when I should be working. I've done it before. It's true. It's true. But I still get my work done. Count the number of job vacancies. Sure. Yeah. Angular or React? Vue. All right. Hi, from your work. What's up, player? All right, how much is left? We got 5 minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and just look at the top solutions because technically this is technically reverse mode, but it was also fastest mode. So we'll look at the top 3. We'll see Lampshades did it with Python. Read in the number of items. Grab that number of items. Yeah, so look at me. I looked at the last digit, but you literally just have to look at the number itself. So if that number is even, print that number plus 1. Otherwise, print the number itself. Player got 100%. They did it with JavaScript in a minute. Look at you, pattern matcher. Okay, so yeah, just check if the number itself is divisible by 0. Somebody earlier asked about they don't get this modulo operator. Let's just talk about that real quick for any of the beginners watching. What does the modulo operator do? So the modulo operator gives you the remainder of the division. So if I do 1 divided by, no, let's see, 2 divided by 4. No. 4 divided by 2. Okay, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. There is no remainder. It's 2 with a remainder of 0, right? So if I do 4 mod 2, not that, 4 mod 2, it gives me back 0. So the modulus operator just gives us back the remainder of the division. And this is useful for checking if things are even, because you can find the remainder of the division by 2. So 1 mod 2 is 1. So the remainder of the division of the remainder of 1 divided by 2 is 1, and that means it's odd. The remainder of 2 divided by 2 is 0. That means 2 is even. The remainder of 3 divided by 2 is 1, and that means it's odd. So the modulus operator is used. Yeah, dollar divided by 2 is half the paycheck. It's and it's the remainder of integer division, exactly. So like if you're not accounting for like decimal places, the remainder with integer division, for sure. And so that's why you always see people using that for checking even in odd numbers. All right, great job, player. Terrazoid, 3rd place with Ruby. Look at how close these solutions were. Minute 14, minute 16, minute 21. Wow. All right. M equals gets. So get the string. No, get the input number. Read the first line as an integer, or send it to an integer. That's what this is doing. And then that's the number of lines. And so that number of times, we're going to read the number in as an integer. We're doing &1. What kind of bitwise operator is this? Bitwise and. Okay, so if we do a bitwise and with 1, and if that's equal to 1, then we give the number itself. So if you bitwise and a number with 1, then that gives you, and it's equal to 1, then that means that it's odd? Really? Is that really how that works? Let's look at it. So if I, yeah, and so this ampersand we're seeing is a bitwise and. It's anding all of the bits of it. So if I do 2 and 1, that gives me back 0. If I do 1 and 1, it gives me back 1. If I do 3 and 1, it gives me back 1. Huh. That's really cool. So basically, if you and an odd number with 1 and you get back 1, then that means it's odd. It'll delete all the bits but the least significant bit. Cool. All of them. That's good to know. There's a lot of things I don't know, but that's good to know. Okay, let's find the weirdest language we can. Lua. It's not weird, but it's cool. John did it with Lua in 2 minutes. Let's see how it works in Lua. So read in the number of items. We're going to iterate up. We're going to grab that specific line. If that line is divisible by 2, print out that line plus 1. Otherwise, print out, or increment the number by 1. Otherwise, print out the number itself. This looks like almost every other programming language. Lua can sometimes look way, way different. All right, is there anything else? Somebody did it in C++, but they didn't share their code. And then you have me, CJ, in 20th place. It took me 4 minutes to figure out what those inputs and outputs actually meant. Yeah. All right, that's it. Let's do another one. See you later, Sid. Thank you for being here. I think I'm gonna probably do. I think I need to take a break. I need to take like a 5-minute break. I could do it faster, but I was watching you. And happy Friday, Monkey Dev. That's not bad. I'd still be working on it. Okay. Hey, Deja Sej. This is cool. First time in Code Wars. Nice. Or this is Clash of Code. But yeah, thank you for being here, DJ CJ. 1 is 001. Odd numbers are xxx1. Even numbers are xxx0. Oh, so that's the other way it could go. Yeah, thank you, Matt, for pointing that out. So if you and it with 1, that's going to tell you if it's, and it results in 1, that's going to tell you if it's odd. But I guess if you and it with 0, you know that it's even. Is that what we're saying? I don't know. I'm just saying it really soft because it might actually be wrong. I don't want to be wrong too loud because it'll make people mad. Cool. Yes. No. Yes. No. All right. Let's do one more. And see unfair. Thank you for being here. All right. I got out of bed to play, and I'm not even mad. Well, thank you, Div Zero. Yeah, Div Zero, you got second place in that last one. So yeah, thank you for being here. How do you learn new things and avoid tutorial hell? I mean, it's weird, right? Because in the world that we live in these days, there actually are a lot of like YouTube tutorials on learning things. But honestly, that's not how I learn. I realize that people benefit from me making tutorials. I have a lot of YouTube videos, ! YouTube in the chat, get my YouTube channel. And like I make tutorials, but I actually don't learn that way. And I mean, it's probably because when I was initially learning about all this stuff, even before I got a computer science degree, when I was like self-learning, kind of the only way to learn was to like read articles or read the documentation. So I've just gotten used to that. So I would say, potentially stop watching tutorials, stop watching me right now, and go find some documentation and implement some things or figure some things out. I think the other thing is you should also just, if you're specifically talking about only following what the person is doing in the tutorial and not writing your own code, you should step away from the tutorial and try to apply what you learned. And you shouldn't approach tutorials as just like copying and pasting the code. You should try to understand what is happening in the tutorial and why the person teaching is doing what they're doing. Yeah, I don't want to be wrong too loud. Yeah, pet projects. And that's the other thing, like pick something that interests you, and you will potentially have more motivation to actually learn the things to solve the problems to get those things done. Hey, look at all the people finding my YouTube. Hacker Code. How's it going? Welcome to the show. How to get ideas to learn. Search the web. There are so many people that have made blog posts on like JavaScript app ideas. Look at me. I've Googled it before too, or I've DuckDuckGo'd it. I've ducked it. Hey, Jacob. Thank you for 100 bits. What do I think of WebStorm? WebStorm is pretty cool. I used it whenever I had a free license, because I got a free license whenever I was a teacher, because I applied and they're like, hey, you can use it in your classroom. So it was cool, but I really like how lightweight VS Code is. Like, WebStorm is a full-fledged IDE. The thing is, with plugins, you can pretty much get VS Code working like WebStorm, but yeah. Amen. I learned through books and looking at videos only for specific topics, yeah. Stop watching me on my ! YouTube. I don't like cannibals, so I don't do pet projects. I would post in our Discord. We can try to help you out with that. You found me on YouTube. Nice. The way to take it is think of an idea, do a project, and find tutorials that help you build parts of the project. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the other thing, too, is like the majority of programming these days is like figuring out all these little pieces that you need to just like glue together. And so that's pretty much how I build things nowadays. Is like I figure out what are the things I need to figure out and then piece them all together. Yeah, automate your life for sure. Watch YouTube for the overview and the intro, then go to the docs to learn more, and then find some good articles and make projects. That's great, Milky Dev. Good advice. Good advice. Oh, your recent search string? That's funny. Yeah, Div Zero, you got a sub. Yeah, build something you actually want to finish for sure. I'm so glad I switched to VS Code from normal Visual Studio. That's the other thing, like WebStorm is somewhat similar to Visual Studio, and then it's like a full-fledged IDE. But you can get very similar features in VS Code. Why am I awake? Just watching people code is fun, I guess. I don't know. Hey, you're welcome, Mr. Who Knows. Thank you for being here. I didn't know anything about Java until I had to use it for a class project, and I had no template to work from. I learned so much just by doing the work. The rest of my team didn't do that much, but they also didn't get the chance to learn. Exactly. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort to like really figure things out, especially if it's not all laid out for you. But that in and of itself gets you to be better at doing those kinds of things and reading the docs and not just following tutorials. Yeah. All right. See you later, German. You enjoy that McDonald's. Is it still breakfast time where you are? It's still breakfast time where I am. Technically for one more hour. Nice, Milky Dev. We have a a glowing testimonial about the Coding Garden Discord. if I can relate. Jacob, how do you pronounce Jacob in German? Let's see. I'm gonna go to German.
Jakob.
Oh, Jakob! Jakob! What's up, Jakob? Welcome to the show. All right, I'm gonna skip a bunch of chats. I actually am a morning person. I wake up really early, but also just search the web for this JavaScript app ideas. That article is probably good. That article is probably good. This article is awesome. Check out Flavio Copes. This dude has serious search engine optimization. Like, there are so many things that you will search the web for. And Jakob, thank you for the 100 bits. There are so many things you'll search the web for, and this dude has written a blog post on it already. He helped us the other day. Like, we were like flailing, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna search the web. Top blog post, he solved our problem instantly. So check out Flavio. He's got a YouTube channel too. Where is it at? Let's go home. Follow me on Twitter, my YouTube channel. There we go. Oh, Flavio, you're linking me. You're linking me to instantly click subscribe. You should let me decide. But I'll still link you to his YouTube channel. He's got good stuff. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, I mean, his blog posts are fantastic. Okay, let's do one more. And this time, we're going to do only JavaScript. Everyone that competes, you can only use JavaScript. And, throw a check. And, what else? I think, I kind of want to do shortest mode. Yeah, I want to do JavaScript shortest mode. What do y'all think of this? And you can only use one hand. Should we do JavaScript shortest mode or JavaScript fastest mode? Okay, we're gonna do JavaScript shortest. This is my domain. I know how to code golf in JavaScript. After this clash, I will take a break, and then we will. I think we'll do it with Python. We'll do it with Python after that. All right, is everyone ready? Get your fingers ready. We're dead. Here we go. click that link. Join the clash. But in this time, you can only use JavaScript. This will be fun. I need a JavaScript to executable compiler. You can use like mscriptin, right? That's the reverse. That goes from like C or C++ to JavaScript. You might, I don't know exactly what you're asking, but you might look up this thing called PKG, which allows you to package your Node.js project as an executable that can run on any machine that doesn't need Node.js installed. Maybe that's what you mean? Maybe? Surprisingly, we still have 68 people that are joining us, even though it's just JavaScript. Welcome everyone. FTW typically means for the win. Hey, Pixelmund, thank you for that Twitch Prime resub. I wasn't able to watch for some time. No worries, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. Hide my screen and solve it, then show us at the end. I think I'm going to. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'll solve it to the best of my ability. Here's the thing. Sometimes, even in shortest mode, it's a really hard problem, so it's almost not even possible to solve in 15 minutes. But if it's a doable problem, I'm gonna hide my screen and then actually take my 5-minute break, and then and then when I come back, we'll see what people have done. Howard, thank you for the 75 bits. Much appreciated. Yeah. I'm getting way too confident. This is gonna be a hard problem. It's gonna be a hard problem. Oh no, Anam, it says it's reverse focus mode. No, like, I'm gonna hide my screen from you. Spotify clone. That could be cool. Here we go, everybody. All right, so this is shortest mode. Right now you have 15 minutes left to solve it, and you can only use JavaScript. Look at this. That's your only choice. But here's the thing. This is your code size right here. You want this to be as small as possible. The least number. And here's the thing as well, comments count. So if you delete comments, the number is going to go down. So remove comments. I'll give you another hint, is instead of console.log, you should use print, because it's a shorter number of characters, and print will work in the same way. Coding Game is the only place where print works like that. If you try to print in the browser, it'll literally open up your printer. But yeah, you can only use JavaScript. The person with the smallest number wins, and you have up to the end of this timer to get the smallest. Okay, so let's read the problem. I want to construct a tower of height h by stacking blocks in a straight line going upwards. Okay, so we're stacking blocks. However, I only have two types of blocks of height p and blocks of height q. If any combination of these two types of blocks is allowed, what is the maximum amount of blocks that can be used to construct the tower? Okay, so basically, like if you have P and Q, and if one of them is smaller, you want to use more of the smaller blocks. What if print actually runs a printer on the server side? I don't think that's how that works. So, okay, if it's possible to construct the tower, the output should be 0. All right, so for example, we're given 10, I guess, which is the height of the tower. Yeah, so the first line is the height of the tower. The second line is P and Q, the heights of the available blocks. And then we need to output the maximum number of blocks required to reach that height. And in this case, it's 3, because we could do 2 3s and 1 4. Right? Because that gives us a total of 10. So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. And so there's a height 3 block, a height 3 block, and then a height 4 block. How in the heck do we figure this out? I mean, we could brute force it. There's probably a mathematical way of doing this, right? It's like the... Good morning, Zero Turner. Welcome to the show. We could basically do like the smaller number, see how many times is it evenly divisible into the big number, and then whatever the remainder is, will the block fit into that? And then if not, reduce it by 1. Brute force is the way. Yeah. This is tricky. Is there a mathematical way to do this? So we basically want the sum of multiples of two numbers to equal up to the given value. You tell us. The maximum combo. I'm just going to stare at it for a minute and see if I can figure out. Algebra can be used to figure it out. Like, we could do a brute force. We could do like a greedy algorithm. I just have a feeling it's... Well, I'll do it... I think I'll do it the greedy way. Basically, take the smaller number. How many times is it evenly divisible with the bigger number? And then whatever's left over is, if that is divisible by the bigger number, good to go. If it's not, then you subtract the smaller number, and then is that result divisible by the bigger number, good to go. Otherwise, you keep subtracting. You may reach, and then if you get all the way down to the bottom and it doesn't match up, then you output 0, I guess. If it's impossible, output 0, yeah. Start with the number of big blocks as 0. Check if the remainder is divisible by smaller, and keep increasing the number of big blocks until the remaining is divisible by the smaller. That's actually a way better way to do it. The reverse. Thank you, Lutetium Vanidium. So, the number of big blocks starts at 0. Is the remainder divisible by the small blocks? If not, yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful solution. Okay. So, that's how I'm going to approach it. That's how I'm going to approach it. Oh, I'll show you really quick. If you want to see more examples, you can click this button right here, and you can see what the inputs and outputs are. So you can see that we have that. But if you look at this, then technically, it's just 4 times 3. And we started with the number of big blocks at 0. No solutions, output 0. Yeah, so you can click that button to get there. Okay. That's the way I'm going to solve it, but I'm going to now hide my screen while I do it. So that way you cannot cheat. You cannot cheat. Okay. And we can just chat. We can. We can just say hi, I guess. No. All right, so I need that. Oh, we just need to read in twice. That's easy enough, right? Okay. Should I talk? I guess I should talk about. This is weird for me. I'm always talking about my code. I'm always talking about my code, and I'm not right now. Yeah. I don't know. So we have that. We then have the inputs. I guess we'll call that I, because why not? Yeah, so that, read in the inputs, split them on a space. That's going to give us both of them. So that's going to give us the smaller one and the larger one. So that should be fine. And then let me just make sure that I realized you can't see my code. I know that you can't see my code, but I don't want you to cheat. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. You cannot view the viewer solutions until you've submitted your own solution. Okay, so my code so far is good. I can read in the number. I can read in the two items. We'll say the number of big blocks starts off at 0, and the number of I guess we can call that P and Q. P and Q. The number of big blocks starts at 0. The number of small blocks starts at 0. And we'll say if the bigger number divided by the smaller number, if it's divisible, it's evenly divisible. Okay. Yeah, so because we've already started, you can't join, but I'm gonna solve this one, take a quick break. Everyone's gonna keep coding because they'll still technically have like 10 minutes or so, and then when we come back, we're gonna do another one. The next one we do will most likely we'll limit it to Python. Right now, we've limited it to JavaScript. Okay, so if the number divided by the smaller block is equal to 0. No. If the remainder of the division is equal to 0. And we want not that. So if we not 0, that becomes true. So if that's the case, then we just print the in divided by P. Wait. I guess I wanted not. So if if the total number is divisible by the smaller if the small block number, print that division. I guess I could store that division. That might save me some characters. You hear my computer fan, yeah. Did this save us characters, though? I don't know. I'll let you know. Right now, I'm at 84 characters. Which is not very good. Okay. Yeah, delete your comments for sure. William Cameron says, I'm done. Have a nice day. Well, nice job, William. You did it in 274 characters. Okay, I only have 4 minutes left. I thought I was going to be quick on this one. I'm not showing my code because I forced everyone to use JavaScript and I don't want them to cheat. I'm going to show my code afterwards, though. Okay, so we figured out if it's evenly divisible. If it's not, we'll say... we'll increase the number of bigger blocks. We'll decrease in by the big block. And then we'll check that again. So while n has a value, increase the number of big blocks, decrement the total size by the size of the big block, and then check to see if n is divisible by that. So we're going to print x. Yeah, then I don't even need to keep track of the small one. We print x plus b. Otherwise, we print 0. Wait. Okay, so in the first example, the input was 10. 10 is not evenly divisible by 3. Yeah, I'm not showing my screen because I don't want people to cheat. And if I can figure this out in the next 2 minutes, I might win because I only have 160 characters right now. Wait. No, we want the remainder of the division. I want to check if how can I check if a number is an integer? I'm just going to go back to what I had. Yellow. Yeah, how do I check if it's a whole number? Wait, what have I done wrong? I'm just gonna have to do it like this. Cool. I think I figured it out. Though I have 50 seconds left, I haven't handled the scenario where it's 0. Oh, Fight has it in 87 characters. Oh, buddy. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I was extreme. I was way too. I was way too confident. Yeah. How do I handle the 0 case? Only have 14 seconds left. If... Oh, I need to do it. So if x is equal to parse int of... Oh, I didn't get it. I probably got like 60% or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, all right. I'll show my screen now. And then I'll show you my code. Well, where am I? It's clashing. Yeah. So I submitted my last submission. I'll show you where I went wrong. Like I was trying to do some tricky things that would only, where I wouldn't have to have multiple variables for the remainder of the division and like modulo. Let's see what percentage I got. I got 55%. In 128 characters. I'll share my code. So, let me show you my code golf JavaScript. So I store readline in a variable called R, and that allows me to reuse R because we're using it twice. And then here's another little trick for JavaScript code golf is because functions can accept any arguments even if they don't accept arguments, we can put the in assignment inside of the R invocation, and then I'm using the unary plus to turn that into a number. And then we're reading the next line and then splitting it. This is super fun to use the template literals to split because that saves you parentheses because you're treating the split function like a template literal tagged function. And then I'm destructuring that to give us P and Q on the next line. But the way you can get destructuring to work is you have to make sure that you terminate the previous line with a comma. Cool. And then I have B, which is the number of big blocks. And so I'm saying if in is evenly divisible by the small number, then just print in divided by P. We're done. Otherwise, while in still has a value, I guess that was probably wrong. I tricked you into using JavaScript. I forced you into using JavaScript. And then we increment the number of big blocks, subtract the big block size from the total number, and then this is where I messed up. So I have set x equal to the in divided by the size of the small block, or the remaining in divided by the size of the small block, and I was trying to short circuit here, but basically what I needed to do is I needed to check if x is an integer. Like if x does not have a decimal place, then we print out x plus b. Otherwise, not. Yeah, and that's how we do things here. Tuki. We always do that. So, yeah, let's look at people's codes. So, Fight in first place with 87 characters. Fight is just very good at these kinds of things. They usually solve it with Haskell, but let's see how they did it with JavaScript. So, read it in. Yeah, so they used a for loop to kind of like shorten things up. But this is very similar. Let's see. Yeah, similar to what I did, but they're also like, I actually could have done this if I had more time. Put your variables inside the nested invocations, so that way you're saving a new line for variable declaration. But this is giving us P and Q. And then on each iteration, we're going to be doing in minus h. So in is the total number. Height is the total height that we've traveled so far, or that we've built up so far. And then we're checking modulo P. So if it's evenly divisible and the height is still less than the total height we need to get to, continue. Okay. And then each time we decrement the height by Q. That's similar to what I was doing. And so we go the whole way, and then if the height is greater than in, then that means it was not evenly divisible, and we print 0. Otherwise, we print the full division of h by the smaller block plus the number of times that it's divisible by the larger block. Wow, Thite is amazing. Snaps in the chat. Do we have a snap emote? This is Java. Okay, so for those of you that are just joining us, this was basically a code golf. This was whoever could complete the challenge in the least number of characters. And Fight completed it in 87 characters. Now, obviously, in the real world, you wouldn't write code like this. Or, I mean, you can if you want to, but it probably wouldn't pass a code review if you had any sort of decent team. But this was just for fun. This was solving it in the least number of characters. Okay, great. So great job, Fight. What's up, Pixel Logic Dev? Snaps in the chat. Let's see how Remy did it. They did it in 113 characters. So they're assigning readline to a variable. Very good. Yeah, and this is where you could have saved space, is by like you could technically put this declaration inside of here, and then if you put a comma right here, then you don't have to use let in front of your destructuring. All right, quick stretch. quick stretch. Yeah, so this tripped me up for a while. I could never figure out how to do destructuring on one line with assignment on the next, but basically, you need to put a comma here because otherwise JavaScript thinks that you're trying to access a property of the return value of this. So if you put a comma there, then it knows to finish that up, and then you don't need the let keyword. All right, so you're starting at 1,000. Oh, you're just gonna iterate down. All right. Actually, if we looked at the problem description, it probably said that it could be no more than 1,000 or something like that. Okay, so we have a loop going from I equals 1,000, just bringing it down on every iteration until it gets to 0. And so this is a nice little way of using a for loop. So we're actually not using the third part of the for loop definition to increment or decrement the number. This is actually the check. And then the moment I hits 0, it breaks out of this loop. Similar here, the moment j hits 0, it breaks out. So we have a nested loop of 1,000 to 1,000. This is the brute force solution, right? So this is if p times I plus q times I is equal to m, done. But if it's not, keep going. So we basically have brute forced it, and that's awesome. Great job. Like, this works. Like, obviously, if the value ever needed to be larger than 1,000, this wouldn't work. But this is it. This is the brute force solution. Great job. And then if we make it past that without actually finding a solution, then we print 0. Good job, Remy. All right, Informath Music in third place in 113 characters. Whoa. Okay, so we're storing readline in a variable. We're storing math.absolute value in a variable because we need to reuse that. We're reading in the number of lines. So you could either use a semicolon or a comma, but basically that allows you to do the destructuring on the next line. It is expensive, yeah, but this is not fastest runtime. This is who can solve it in the least number of characters. Yeah, we're not saying it's not a bad thing to do. I mean, basically, all the code everybody wrote in this challenge is bad because it's short, it's unreadable, regardless. Okay, read in the line and then sort it. You could have left that off because it's already sorted by least to greatest. I'm pretty sure they always give you the smaller block and the bigger block. I'd let this pass code review. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Okay, and then we have, I guess, the current height of the tower. Well, welcome, Papas. Thank you for being here. So if t mod a does not equal 0, so if the total height that we're looking for is not divisible by the smaller block, then we got to do the thing. But if it is, then we are going to take so if the absolute value of t does not equal itself, so t is the height that we're getting to. Excuse me. So this is the check if we go past the height. Otherwise, we're doing n plus t divided by, I like this because instead of storing t divided by a in a variable, you just recalculate it here. Or you just calculate it here because you checked the remainder of the division here. And yeah, I really liked it. Good job, Informath Music. I like it. Yeah, so I mean, 100,000 operations? Or like, what was it, 10,000 times 10,000? No big deal. No big deal. Just remove one of the zeros and your code is instantly faster. Yeah. Don't get plus R. Yeah, so what this does is readline is provided to us by coding game. It allows us to read in input, where we've reassigned that to a variable called R. So we are basically just reading in the line. And then this is the unary plus operator. So in JavaScript, this is how you can very easily parse a string to a number with the unary plus. Typically, in the real world JavaScript and in code reviews, instead of doing that, people would prefer that you use like either the number constructor or parse int, or even like parse float, because I mean technically everything in JavaScript is a float anyways. Those are all ways of doing it, but you can also do unary plus like that. If I were reviewing the code, I would prefer these, and I guess like parse float and parse int are more explicit because this is saying like I only expect to get an integer, or I do expect that there might be a decimal place, whereas this is just gonna parse it no matter what. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Kaisel. Welcome to the show. This is not a real language. Coding game had to add functionality. No, readline is actually a thing. I'll show you right now. You silly person. Why would you say such things? Guides? No. Getting started guide. Readline exists in node.js. Here it is. It doesn't work quite like they show it in. Yeah, so you can use this in node.js. It's a thing. Okay. If the remainder of the division is not equal to 0, then that means we haven't made it there yet. Then we're going to take the absolute value of the total number and height incremented. Wait, why incrementing height only by 1? Ah, that's... Why are you incrementing height only by 1 instead of incrementing by b? Oh, that's not height. This is number of blocks. I see. Number of blocks. Yeah, no worries, Matt. No worries. Okay, good job, Infomath Music. And then Terrazoid. I'll look at yours. 4th place with 123 characters. Let's see what you did. Read it in. Yeah, and you actually, you probably didn't have to turn these into integers. And also, Terrazoid, you got some extra spaces here. You don't need spaces for these equal signs. And you don't need let. You definitely don't need let. You could have saved some characters. Okay. Count is 0, while h is greater than 0, which is the height that we're looking for. And the remainder of the division by the smaller block is not 0. Increment the count, and then decrement h by q. And then if the total height is greater than 0, then increment the count by the number of blocks that could evenly fit into the small block, or the number of blocks that we could evenly make with the small block. Reset height to 0. So if height is 0, print 0, otherwise print the count. Whoa! This is a newt. It's not a list, it's a newt. All right, so that was fun. All right, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and then when I come back, we'll do a couple more. And we're gonna potentially do one where we can only use Python, and I think we'll do another one where we can only use Ruby. All right, I'll see you at Div0. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. Python, yeah. But I am going to take a 5-minute break so everyone can get up and stretch, go look up Python and figure out how we're going to do it. But yeah, when I come back in 5 minutes, we're going to do another one, but we'll do it with Python. All right. See you soon. Be nice to each other. I'm going to put some music on. And yeah, be nice to each other. See you soon. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the Coding Garden, where we will continue to Clash of Code. Who's excited? Who's excited for some Python clashes? Hello, hello. We got quite a few follows earlier, so if you're new to the show, I do acknowledge follows in batches. So let's do that because there are 36 of you. Followed an hour ago. What's up, Matt? Thank you for the follow. Cullen, thank you for the follow. It's Khaled. Thank you for following. Ronalds, thank you. John, welcome. Lawless, much appreciated. Star, thank you for being here. Samir, thank you for the follow. Shun Kashu, thank you for following. Lonks, thank you for the follow. Shank, thanks for following. Mauro, thank you for being here. Jelly, much appreciated. Nicola, what's up? Zenobida, thank you. Layla, welcome. What's up? Himal Patel and Jor. And Onhards, welcome to the show. What's up, Pernish? Toxic Melon, and One Gibby, and Melement, and Databrecht, and Zema, and Yurium, and Wiz, and Papas, and Snow, and Uknir Ru. Welcome, hello, K-Soul, and Coppercasted, and Net Never Sleep, and Numerici. Welcome to the show. What's up, Derek, Link, and Our Time. Thank you all for being here. I was searching for dancing dog gifs to post in the chat, but the music stopped. We do have some, though. So, or do we? Maybe we don't. We have my dog. So this is my dog. He's not dancing, but you can use that. And I guess we don't. There's that really popular meme of, like, the dog dancing. Hey, Darmokerks. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Darmokerks. Thank you for being here. We got the Doge. We got the dancing Doge. That's about it. We'll join for the giggles. You're right, the real Pygon. I haven't. I need to do that. Actually, I'll do that right now. Let me hide my screen for a second. I think I need to whitelist Infi's CDN as well. Or did I whitelist Infi's CDN? The plugin with is yeah. Thank you. Check out the frequently asked questions. And there's a section on there about better Twitch TV and Franker faces, and that's the thing that'll let the thing show up in chat. All right, give me a second. Infi, are you still here? Can you remind me what your CDN is? The real Pygon, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it will have to be HTTPS. Yeah, no worries, lied. A lot of people that are new to Twitch aren't familiar with Better Twitch TV or Franker Faces, so I just put that in there so that you can learn about it. It's currently 10:19 a.m. where I am. Oh, cool. You got Let's Encrypt. Nice. I think I'm going to do a slash there. Like that. Yeah. How to make a CDN. I would never make my own CDN. I would use some service that provides a CDN. I mean, you could technically put... you could use an S3 bucket as a CDN, and you could put that in front of CloudFront, but CloudFront is the CDN. Like, yeah, I would never write my own. You could, technically. Okay. I think the app restarted. Can you try now, the real Python? There was an attempt. I might have to refresh this overlay source. Yeah, that's why I like Twitch, is the delay is way slower. All right, let me refresh this chat overlay. Buy your own VPS. It's not the same, though. So, like, I mean, we could talk about this all day, but, like, CloudFront, they have servers all over the world, and they automatically will read from your source data and then cache it on the edge servers and stuff like that. All right, did I do that right? Let me just double check. Edge computing. Yeah. I mean, technically, like, you could set that up yourself with AWS, but they provide a service like CloudFront, and I would just use that. Because you could put servers all over the world with AWS. Okay, we put that whitelist there. I may have to just restart the app. What emote is that? What am I looking at? Oh, he's wiping the sweat off his head. As long as we don't bring up Lambda functions, yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Somehow your message got deleted? Real Pygon, try again, Real Pygon. Wait, don't try again yet. Wait. Now try again. I can see it on my overlay. Somehow that overlay is missing messages. Weird. This is all that matters. The fact that we can we can see the McDonald's logo. Yeah, and so technically, the Real Pygon CDN is whitelisted now, so you can post images from that CDN. But the Real Pygon's a VIP. We appreciate them around here. You could build a personal image CDN using entirely free tier services. I mean, I think, like, it doesn't CloudFront fall under the free tier? Regardless, let's play some Clash of Code, because that's why we're here. Coding game. I'm happy you're happy we have the Ruby logo. All right, so those of you that have just somehow found this stream and you're new here, we're about to play this game called Clash of Code. And what this is a competitive coding game where we're all going to attempt to solve the same coding problem within a limited time frame. Now, we've been doing this all morning. I've been live for almost 3 hours now. And what we're about to do is we're going to limit the language that you can select. So typically, you can actually make it so that anyone can choose any language. But we are going to, this time, we're going to restrict it to Python. Like this. And I will say Python is not at all my main language, so I'm going to have to look up a bunch of stuff. Hey, Deja says, thank you for the 200 bits. Python! Yeah, and so, like, that's the thing, because you can do shortest mode, which is least number of characters, but if you allow any language, then either Python or Ruby almost always wins. So I think we're going to do shortest mode, but we're going to do it in Python. Or should we do fastest? Let's take a poll. We'll take a poll really quick. 1 minute poll. It'll be quick. Which? Murdoch. Thank you for the 100 bits. Shortest. Fastest. So shortest is like least chars. What's up, Alka? Good morning. Welcome to the show. 1 minute poll. Vote now. I don't think we'll do reverse mode. Mainly because sometimes they're just really, really easy, which is not a bad thing, but I don't know. And morning is zero turn. I guess you've been here already. What's up, Osifius? Welcome to the show. Yeah, a lot of people want shortest. That's fine. So that's basically what we just did with JavaScript, was we solved the problem, but it had to be in the, whoever did it in the least number of characters, like Code Golf, they're the ones that won. So we're going to do it this time. And like I mentioned, Python is not my main language. I mainly use JavaScript, but I have used Python before, so this will be a learning for me. It's the fastest to complete it. It's not the fastest running code. We saw that second place last time actually did a brute force solution, but it was the least number of characters, so they still won. So yeah, it's not fastest runtime, it's fastest first one to complete the problem, basically. But it looks like shortest is the winner, so that's what we're going to do. Here we go. So I'm going to generate this link. This is a newt. This is me. This is a newt. I'm going to click this button. That generates a unique link. You can click this link and you can join. Up to 99 other people can join me in this, and anybody's welcome to join. As long as you have a Coding Game account, you can join. And this time you have to use Python. You can only use Python. Yeah, so we're doing shortest mode with, Python 3. I guess I could figure that out. Whatever we do, I'm going to have to look up the documentation for Python on how to do things. So that'll be fun. Fastest, shortest. Invisible cup. How does one use the real Python CD? I mean, you'd have to ask them. They own it. The main thing is I only trust like mods and VIPs with giving me their CDN because I know that they're not going to post anything inappropriate there. Because it's very what's the word? Risky to allow anyone to post any image in my overlay. But I will allow trusted users to post things there. Python 2 is deprecated. I guess that's true, huh? Dereference print instead of print hello. Python 3. We'll figure it out. There's already 50 people. That's pretty cool. I feel like when we limit the language, less people participate, but that's okay. It'll be fun. We'll all learn something. And Fight usually solves with Haskell. They solved with JavaScript last time, and they won in shortest mode. So, like, Fight knows what they're doing. Bobby is a PHP dev going in knowing very little Python. Cool. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm a node.js JavaScript developer. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Seven seconds. Yeah, it'll be a fun learning. Is Fight a part of the coding game team? Maybe. Usually people on the coding game team have CG in front of their username, but we'll see. All right, here we go. You have 15 minutes to complete it. Here's the problem description. I'll go over that in a second. Over on the right-hand side, you only can choose Python. And then in your code, comments and new lines count. So you would definitely want to remove any comments. And then you can see your code size right here. So you want this code size to be as small as possible. The person with the smallest number wins. And you have up to 15 minutes to find a solution with the smallest number of characters. There's also some boilerplate code, but let's read the problem description. So it says, you are flying over enemy territory in a bomber. You have one bomb left, and you have to find the best spot to drop it. Your bomb destroys everything in a 3x3 square. A square can either be an ally, A, or a target with score S, represented by a single digit 0 through 9. Okay, your task is to find the XY coordinates where the most damage can be inflicted without hitting an ally. Okay, where the sum of the scores is the highest in the 3x3 area around the coordinates. All right, so I guess we're like given a grid, and we need to find the area in that grid that is a 3x3 square with that has the most targets inside of it. Okay, I was about to say Klein Dev already? No, Klein Dev gave up. That's okay though. All right, so line 1 has a width, is the width of the area, and line 2 is the height of the area. So this is what our input's gonna look like. It'll be like, yeah, so you'll see 5 by 5. And then you're just gonna read in every line, and this is basically our grid. So if it is a, yeah, so it's gonna have characters, A, or digits 0 through 9. And the digits are the score. And you don't wanna find a 3x3 that has an ally inside of it. Okay, it's always possible, and there's only one best solution. Okay, and our output is one line with the XY coordinates. So if we look at 2, 2, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3 by 3, or do they mean here? And the 3 by 3 surrounding that is it the top left corner? Yeah, 0, 0 is the top left. Width -1, h -1 is the bottom right. Okay. So basically, we have to look at the grid. We have to find the 3x3 area in the grid that has the highest sum, the largest sum, but also the 3x3 area that does not have any A's in it. Counting with CJ, 0, 1, 2, 2. So, well, that was the rows and columns. So 0, 1, 2 is going to be, no, that's X. Yeah, X is first. So 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1, 2. So this is the 3x3 area where the total sum is 4. But no, this, like, I feel like this would be it, right? That would be, oh, it's not 0 based. Is the top left 1, 1? No, 0, 0 is the top left. I feel like this would be the 3x3 though. So this would be, because the total number here would be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 1, 1. And it seems like that would be the largest area, right? At this point, I'm just procrastinating because I kind of don't understand the problem. Oh, it's the center of the 3x3. Ah, so that's why we're choosing 3. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Ah, we have to find the center of the 3x3. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So basically, we just need to sum up all the 3x3 areas in the grid. Let's just try to get that working. We have 10 minutes left. Let's see if I can even do that in Python. So we're reading in the width and the height. Like, technically, this is shortest mode. Like, do I need to import system? Do I need to import math? Like, don't I just want this to be, like, width? Do I need spaces between my equal sign? How does Python work? Let's see if I get, like, a compiler error. H, let's call this R. Don't hit your ally. Oh yeah, so we have to see if there's an ally in the 3x3 square, and if it is, we skip it. All right, does this code even run? This code runs. Ha! Okay, so apparently we don't need to import anything in. That's nice. So that's the other thing about this. This is shortest mode. And I think we can also do like a reassignment. So we could say like R is equal to input, and then we call R, and then we call R. Do you even run code, bro? Okay. Yeah, and then like delete empty lines. Cool, so that grabs the width and the height. We're grabbing range up to height. And then we're going to read in each line. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna do this in shortest mode. I will just be happy if I solve it. Okay, so our input is going to read that line. And I think what I kind of want to do first is, yeah, so this actually should be row. I already have, yeah, you're right. Let's call this X. That reads in the row, and so that's going to be a string that contains this. I want to split that string into an array and then push this into like an array, in an array of arrays. So let's say Python string to array. Did I invoke it accidentally? Oh yeah, no, I don't want to invoke it. I want to assign it so that I can reuse it. How to convert string. Oh, I see. That's where you're making that needs to be X. Okay. Convert string to an array in Python. Stack Overflow top post with 7 downvotes. They're like, hey, just go look at the docs. Is there literally a split function? And our separator is nothing? Let me just print R. Empty separator. Look at that. I can Python. Okay, so that's giving us... Well, no, that's not doing it. That's just putting it into an array. We need each individual thing in an array. Python, split. Actually, can DuckDuckGo search the Python docs? Look at that. Okay, so we could do string split. Can I just do single quotes? Oh, look, so it defaults to spaces. How can I default it to the empty character? No, it just says empty separator. You can do it, Python. Yeah, Stack Overflow is useful, but I guess they were downvoting it because they were like, hey, just read the docs. But yeah, okay, I can't figure this out. I will. Can I at least just split a string in Python for a character in the row? Because that would. Well, I want to put it into an array of arrays because then I want to look at a 3x3 grid 1x1. You have to put something in split. Empty string is not allowed. Python split string to array. I'm not at the level of list comprehensions. How to split a string into a list. Strings are iterable, so like, could I technically just do at 0 like that? Oh, okay, great. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just use the strings then. So let's say I have a grid. Grid is going to be an array of arrays, and then I can just say like grid.append that specific thing. And then after all of this, I'm going to have a grid. Yeah, so that gives me the grid. Now that I have the grid, I want to calculate all the 3x3 areas of it. So a very similar thing. Why aren't JS strings arrays? You can treat them like arrays. You can do like bracket index. Yeah, technically we're still reading to the height. We're going to look at each individual. Well, yeah, we want to go up to the height. And then we need a loop that goes up to the number of columns. Characters equal character in string. Oh, okay. I think this is fine though. We'll keep it as a string. Also, there's no way I'm going to finish this in 5 minutes. I can't even figure this out. So we put it into a grid. So we have an array of arrays, and then the idea there is I would want to look at each 3x3 grid. And I mean, I guess we could write a function to sum the 3x3 grid at a given index. So I could do something like sum grid. 5 minutes? Yeah, there's no way. And I could say like start at the xy coordinates of 0, 0, and that's just gonna do like sum a 3x3 grid. Put the result in B and then just print B. And then sum grid is a function that takes in an x and a y. Is this how functions work? And then we just need to say for I in range x. No, yeah, so does range have a start and an end? Can we go from start to stop? Is stop inclusive? Exclusive. Because I basically want to go from x to x plus 3. 0, 1, so 0, 1, 2, stop at 3. Should be good. Should be good. Okay, so that's going to give us that specific element. We also need to have just like a sum variable. It starts off at 0. So we're going to iterate here, and we're going to iterate, and this will be our, this is each individual column, and this is each individual row, and it goes from y up to y plus 3. And we'll say sum plus equals grid at x at y, row and column. Unsupported operand type. Sum grid on line 9. So I need to get the specific row inside of G, which is an array of strings. And then for that specific string, I need to get a... No. Opposite. Wait, what? Right, no, yeah. Yx. Oh, yeah, I see. That parse it as an int because it is okay, answer is none. It printed nothing. Oh, we need to return some out of the loop. Yeah, you're right. So because I'm adding 2 strings together, this isn't JavaScript. Oh, what did I just do? We can't just straight up add strings together. And then this function should return some. Nice. Okay, what is our initial input? That's wrong. This one should be 4. The total sum should be 4. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. The row is x. No, the row is y. The column is x, right? Sum is a reserved word. Oh, Call it T for total. Like I said, I can barely even sum an array of arrays, but that's fine. I'm trying my best. Getting back 0. No, so X and Y is the starting coordinate, and I basically want to go from 0 to that, well, from the starting to the starting plus 3, and then similarly the starting to the starting plus 3 of the Y coordinate. So at this point, we have created our grid. I'm trying to find the sum at 0, 0. I mean, really, if I look at the sum at 2, 2, no. Turning 9 times? No, these lizards have been around for a while. It's a newt. It's in honor of Revived Newt. They've gifted a ton of subs here on the channel. I tried to cheat and I failed. Has anybody gotten it? Fight is the only person. I think I've gotten 83%. I'm definitely not going to be able to solve it. Yeah, like okay, well, SP Dean, yeah, SP Dean will probably be able to solve it, but wasn't able to golf it. Oh yeah, Terrazoid, 335 characters. Use R and C as You're right. I was using X and Y. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense now. Okay. Honestly, I don't even know if I could have solved that one in JavaScript. That was a hard one. The link is new every time we do a new clash, but we'll wait for everyone's results to come in. We'll see who won. SP Dean got beat by Dill by 2 characters. Yeah, we'll do one more. And actually, I want to try doing it in Ruby. Ruby would be fun. Yeah, we're going to wait for all these submissions to submit, and then we'll see who won. Oh, we forced everyone to choose Python for this one. You couldn't choose anything else. All right, first place, Dill. Great job, Dill. 277 characters. Let's see how they did it. And as you can see, they took the entire 15 minutes to get there. And the point of this challenge was to do the least number of characters. So good job, Dill. Let's see how you did it. Read in the width and the height. Wait. Yeah, read them in and then reassign them as parsed to an integer. R is arranged up to 3. It's nice that you did. I guess you did that so that it could be reusable. And then we have initialized all of our variables. So yeah, they're doing it kind of like in one pass. I mean, technically this is a loop inside of a loop inside of a loop inside of a loop. They're kind of like reading the input and parsing it at the same time. I got quadrupleness. Well, technically this loop, well, yeah, this loop is inside of that loop. Yeah, no worries. This is not about the best runtime. This is just shortest code. Okay, so we have a range that goes from -2 up to the width plus 2. Interesting. Is that because we're calculating from the center? Might be because we're calculating from the center. Leonardo DiCaprio? What? What about Dill's code? 4 nested loops. Okay, so we go R. So this is row and column. We have our value, which is the where is G? How is G being defined? Oh, I see. They've hidden it. This reads everything in. Right, Dill, if you're in the chat, let me know. But this actually reads the rest of the lines in and puts it into an array of called G. That's what happens, right? All my Python people. It took me that long to write a nested like a for in to even generate the grid. But I think that's what happened. Like G technically already has our grid inside of it, which is why we're doing the calculation down here. Yeah, I think technically you might actually have access to NumPy. You can look in the coding game docs to see what you can import, but I think you actually do have access to those. But regardless, I'm pretty sure this actually reads the grid in. Yeah, so it reads the grid in ahead of time, and so now that we already have the grid read in, we can do the loops that I was just starting to write. Yeah, it would be nice to continue. What does the star mean? I think it means read in every line, I guess. I don't know. See you later, D-Strike. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we grab that specific value inside of the grid. And then if the current row is greater than 0, yeah, so I think they're always calculating from the center, I think. Star means the rest of it. Okay. It's like spread. Unpack. Very cool. Yeah, so we're making sure we're actually inside of the grid in both the row and the column. And then if it's an ally, we skip it. Otherwise, we increment the sum. Then, if the sum is greater than the max sum, which is what we're storing in S, then hold on to it and hold on to the current coordinates that we're at. And then go on to the next coordinate. So this code right here is basically looking at each 3x3 grid inside of the grid, summing up all the values and skipping anything that has A in it. So like this is the code required to do it. I don't think I could have even written it that fast. All right, let's see how SPDean has done it in 2 extra characters. 2 extra characters. You were missing a lot of line breaks and white spaces. Yes, so the point of this challenge was to solve it in the least number of characters. White space counts. So this is why the code is very smushed. Okay, so we have our input. We read in the width and the height. That's great. And then this is, I guess, another way to read in every... Wait, no. The grid is initialized to all zeros. Ah, that's pretty nice. That's a nice way to do that. So you initialize your grid to nothing but zeros. And then you read in the grid and overwrite it to what it should be. And I guess you've padded it. Have you padded it with zeros on both sides? Interesting. And then we go... Oh, yeah, I guess if you pad it with zeros, then that allows you to do... yeah, you could start at 1, 1. I don't think Python allows concatenating lines with semicolons, does it? It might. I don't know. This is not my code. But yeah, that's woke. So by padding it with zeros, then your one indexing is good. You don't have to worry about indices. Line 11 has 2 extra spaces. Oh, like right here? Yeah, you're right. That means you could have tied. You could have tied Dill. And technically you would have won because you submitted it faster than Dill did. Yeah, you can't put semicolons in Python. Okay. We're going to look at the whole grid. Oh, that's awesome. So this is finding a 3x3. So it's finding all the coordinates around it, putting all of the values into a single string, and then if A is not in that string, we just sum that whole string together. So there's no like iterating. It's literally just take a 3x3 grid and put it into a single string and then add all of the numbers that are in that 3x3 grid. Yeah. Cool. Very good. Line 9 has 2 spaces around A. Probably not necessary because it's quotes. Yeah. Regardless, great job, SPDean. All right, Pterozoid. So look how much these jump. We go 277 characters, 279, 335 from Pterozoid. Look at all this code. Now, I'm just going to leave it on the screen so you can appreciate it, but I'm not going to try to decipher it. We're going to keep moving. We'll just do an open challenge now. Actually, I'm curious how Fight did it, because they might have won, but they ended up only getting an 83%. I mean, at a glance, it looks like some code. That's definitely code. All right, let's go. Let's do another one. And I convinced myself to not try to solve something with Python, at least right now. Like, I need some practice. I need some practice before I can attempt to go into a timed challenge with tons of pressure. So let's start a clash. And this time, we're going in blind. So here's the thing. You can use any language you want, but we're not going to choose fastest, shortest, or reverse mode. You can, whatever it's going to be will be completely and totally random. And for those of you that participate, you're allowed to choose any one of these languages to try and solve it. We don't know what we're getting into. Let's go, everybody. So this is the link. Click this. You can join. Turn your monitors off. Let's go. Up to 99 people can join me in this. Good luck, everyone. Refactor? I'm hoping for reverse mode. Reverse mode would be fun. Can I dance when it's a stretch break? What do you think this is? I'm not here for your entertainment. I mean, I am, but... Link. Yeah, thank you. I have 5 minutes. We'll see how this works out. I believe in you, the real Pygon. I want to see some PHP code, so... Someone name any song, I'll look up the lyrics, and then I'll sing it wrong with the wrong chords. I'm not here for your entertainment. All right, we only have 30 seconds left. Somebody pick a song. Give me a song name. I don't necessarily know that one. Oh, no, this is not Toto. It's Africa. Africa? Hey! Jakob, thank you for the 100 bits. She says Wonderwall. Let's do Wonderwall. It's actually, I didn't know that DuckDuckGo had a lyric search. Maybe. Okay. Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I accidentally scrolled. Wait. That's good enough. That's good enough. It's very possible I'm peeking on my microphone. Yeah. I'm already wasting time on this clash. Let's go. It's beautiful. Actually, I'll leave that open. We'll come back to it. All right, I only have 14 minutes left. So those of you that are new to the site, right here is where you can select the language you want to use. And it looks like we are in, sadly, we're in shortest mode again. Shortest mode. So whoever submits the solution with the least number of characters will win. Comments count. New lines count. You want the least number. And thank you, Undefined Nullish, for that focus mode. We're going in. Let's do this. Okay, let's read the problem description. Printing horizontal bar graphs is way too easy, so let's make it a bit more challenging. Okay, given a data set composed of integer values, your task is to print a vertical bar graph from it. Jeez, we literally have to, do we have to generate like an ASCII bar graph? Oh my goodness. Okay. For each value v in the data set, you must print a bar that is v lines tall and 3 columns wide. Each line of the bar consists of the character star star, except for the top one that must be star star star. Oh, I see. Easy challenge. We're literally, so here's the thing. We have a line of data points, and then we need to look at each data point and generate a bar that is that high. It's doable. It's doable. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and start coding. I'm actually gonna solve it in non-shortest mode first, and then I'm gonna hide my screen to shorten it because we have 12 minutes. So yeah, so we read in. We actually don't need we don't need in. We can just read the inputs, because the inputs is gonna be the list of all the numbers, and then I'm gonna make a nice little function that prints a given, oh no, so here's the hard part. Here's the hard part, is the fact that it needs to be printed line by line in this way. So what I kind of want to do is we need to know, like, what is the maximum height of the bar, right? And I guess in this case, the maximum height is 6, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So it's the maximum height, so I need to know the height. for this, I know that this actually is shortest mode, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove those things, but I'm gonna make it shorter when my screen is hidden. So height is technically just the largest one, so we need to figure out what the height is. So I'm just gonna say inputs. Let's put this into math.max of all the inputs. So find the maximum of the inputs, like that. Oh, in is the height? I thought in was the number of numbers. No, yeah, in is the dataset size. It's not the maximum height. It's just a coincidence that there's 6 and the maximum is 6. Though, yeah, let's look at this input. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because in this case the height is 10. Okay, did I get the height right? 6, 10. Cool. Okay, so we can find the maximum height. I'm gonna go ahead and start shortening it. I'm not gonna have time to solve it and then shorten it. So split on spaces. We're gonna put readline in a variable. 10 is less than 5. Yeah. Let's put that in a variable called r. And then we actually don't even need the height. We can just do that, and we'll do that, and we'll put this inside of that, and we'll call this h. And we'll do that. We'll call this I. Hey, Ottman. Welcome to the show. 6, 5, 8. Why did I get 5 in that scenario? I did the wrong thing. No, I mean, technically I need to do that. Yeah, there we go. So this line needs to run second, not first. So I need to do this, like that. So that gives us 6. That gives us 10. Cool. So we grab the maximum height. And then I'm going to make a little function that creates, I think, an array of arrays, or array of strings that need to be output for the given data item. But so like if we pass in 6, it's going to give us back an array that has all of the strings that need to be output. And the main reason I'm doing that is because we then need to calculate all of them, so that way we can print it out first line, second line, third line. There are probably other ways to do this, but regardless. So I have a little function. Let's call it C for column. That's going to take in the height of this given, let's call it V for value. And then we basically want to iterate from height down to the value itself. And if that value is less than if the current row is less than or equal to the value, then we push in the values. Okay. So I think we want an array, and it's going to have a length of height. And then for each individual value, we have the indice. So we're going to start at the top, and we'll say if h minus, so if v minus I is equal to v, then put 3 stars. Otherwise, but if it's greater than, I don't know. I'm going to write this out in long form first. So basically, I'm creating an array of strings, and we need each individual string starting from top to bottom for any given row. So I'll say if I kind of want to do it in reverse, though, because we're starting at 0 instead of starting at the height. Array of height, and then map it. It probably is shorter, but let me just get this working. So this is basically row 0. I guess we could reverse it. Let's just reverse it. So let's say if I is greater than or equal to value. Yeah, then we'll just reverse it afterwards, because I can't think that way right now. So if I is greater than or equal to the value that we're trying to get, then we need to do the thing. If the value, if I is equal to the value, then we're going to return star star star. Otherwise, we're going to return star space star. And then lastly, if it's not greater than or equal to, we're going to just return 3 spaces, like that. And then this whole thing we need to reverse, like that. So if I say print a column of 6, we should see... No, that's wrong. That's very wrong. Hey, Deja says, gotta go to a meeting. Might not catch the end. See you next time. Thank you very much for the bits. And Rhino, thank you for the bits as well, who says, we need more love. Thank you very much. Okay. If the current index is greater than or equal to the value, if it's the value itself, then return 3 stars, otherwise return 2. What am I doing wrong here? I mean, really, I would want to join that on a new line. They're all empty. No, if v is less than or equal to I. Is that the same thing? Oh. Do I not need to reverse it? Well, that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's not the right length. It should be 6 high. The value is 6. So the indice starts off at 0. If that is... if the value is less than or equal to that. Yeah, something like that. That's what I thought, but this isn't quite working. If the value isn't itself, we do 3 dots, otherwise that. And then if it's none, we return the empty string. Like, if I did 10 here. Oh. Is it h minus 1 then? Index plus 1. Well, I have returns here, so I don't think I need an else, because it's like an early return. I don't know. I could try to turn it into a ternary. Yeah, because I mean, I'm returning. So, I mean, so if I is less than or equal to the value that we're looking at, then we want to do the thing. Otherwise, we want to just return 3 spaces, like that. The thing we want to do in here is if I is equal to v, then we want to print 3 stars. Otherwise, we do star space star. So, like, this can be shortened to that. However, I think we kind of want to do, like, h plus 1, I guess, and then we'll get rid of the top row. Something like this. Hey, what's up, master? Hey. That sort of works. Sort of, maybe. Like, if we do it in this scenario, it should be 10 high. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's 11. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 7. Oh, buddy. I'll probably get rid of the parens. I just need to solve it. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's one more. So we should just do H. But then we lose the top bar. And so actually it's is equal to I minus 1 is equal to V. Right? I plus 1. Sorry, I plus 1. Yeah, okay. And then we reverse the whole thing. Okay, so that's getting us printing a column. Great. Now we need a column for each individual one. So we'll say, let's grab that input array. We're going to map it to C. So that's going to give us an array of all the columns that we need. And then we're going to map over each of those things. This is exactly like I don't have time. So each of these is going to give us, and we kind of need I kind of want to use a for loop. I don't really have time. I don't know, join these all together on a space. This is not it, but we'll just do this. Let's just see what the output is. Go away, break timer. Yeah, this is very wrong. This is very wrong. I'm close. I know I only have 30 seconds left, but basically at this point, we would have need to iterate over each of the columns and then print them line by line. But I don't have time. It was hard. This is very hard. How many people completed it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 people that completed it, and I didn't complete it. That's fine. It's totally fine. Actually, I'm going to copy my code, though. I think one thing I'll do before I go is I'll get my code working. So let me just do this. Whack. Remy in first place with Python. Alka, fourth place with JavaScript, 144 characters. Player, third place with JavaScript. I just couldn't think under pressure. And it took me forever to figure out why my iteration to create the column itself wasn't working, but that's fine. All right, let's see how Remy did it. They did it in 14 minutes in 111 characters. Read in the first line and just forget about it. Read in the next line and turn each of those items into a number. So now we have an array of all the values. And then we get the maximum value. That's really nice. Python just has a max function built in. And then while I is still a thing. Oh, goodness. So we're going to say print. We have an array with 2 values. Either, I see. This is actually pretty awesome. So we have an array that has the 2 possible values to print if it's currently less than or equal to the value. So if y is greater than I, otherwise we have an empty string that will print. Why star A instead of A on line 2? Not sure. Yeah, Python's not fair. And then for every value in A, so A is the list of numbers. For every value, wait, what is this outer bracket doing? We're going to choose, oh, I see. This is how you're doing it line by line. Yeah, and you basically just have to iterate over all of the values every single time. But you're checking on the current line, is the given item greater than or equal to the current line that we're on? That's smart. Yeah, because the way I was doing it is like I was going to build out each of the columns and then iterate over the columns line by line to print them out. But this is basically for any given line, what is the thing that should be printed for that given value? I like this. Good job, Remy. All right. Vignesh did it in 134 characters in Python. Let's see. All right. Reassign I to input. We have a list with all of the values. So read in the second line and split it. Map it to each thing to be an integer. So that gives you a list of all the number values that need to be printed. And we store that in, right? Then for every value in the range, I feel like it's doing something similar, right? If the value is less than the current height, print empty string. If it's equal to the current height, print triple star, otherwise print star, space star. A, not in. Is it A? Why are we setting A equal to input? You did in PHP? Okay. Yeah, after we look at the top 3, I'm going to look at like some of the other languages that people don't normally use. Interesting. Great job, Vignesh. And then player did it in JavaScript, representing JavaScript in 141 characters. Yeah, we're still clashing. So, hey, Master Ali. Thank you for the 50 bits. Okay, read in the numbers. Our total height is the max of all the numbers. While I is greater than 0, decrement. So we're starting at the top. Beautiful. That's just such a great way to do it. Like, I did not think about doing it line by line like that. Yeah, this makes a whole lot of sense. A PHP hero in the list. So we have an array here, and then for every value in the list, we're going to, for the current line, determine what we should push into the array, and then we just join it all together. And this is printing each individual line. Like, technically, I guess you could have just printed the line here with a space. Yeah, this solution is awesome. I love it. Love it. Let's see how Alka did it. Why is there a lizard walking around? That's in honor of Revive Newt, who is a friend of the channel. All right. Yeah, so up until this point, we have an array of all the input values, and we have the maximum value. Then we have a for loop that goes from 0 up to the maximum value. And then we have a nested loop that looks at each of the values in the array of values. Yeah, and then adding I mean, this is actually really similar, Alka. Really similar to what they did. And I like what you're doing is you're putting a space on the end here of every single one. And then whenever you print it, you're just removing that last space, which is nice. And then resetting. All right, let's look for an interesting one. Terrazoid did it in Ruby in 188 characters. Read it in, get each integer, grab the maximum one. That's pretty cool. Max is built into like arrays. You can just say array.max and you get back a max value. Hasta la vista. See ya, ACM. Thanks for being here. We have array of values. I'm tired of looking at code. Ruby looks cool. Let's see Lua. We're just going to stare at it for a second. It looks somewhat similar. The fact that we're like printing a similar thing per line. Who remembers when CJ was smaller? I like being able to do this to the code, right? It's harder to do this to the code if I'm like in the bottom left corner. All right, Bubby. Bubby did it in PHP in 543 characters. Let's see, Bubby. Explode. PHP has like really weird function names. Interval. Yeah, and PHP is also full of money. Look at all those dollar signs. Money's everywhere. Give this man a star. The problem was basically we had to generate a bar graph with ASCII art. Is basically what the problem was. I only got 16%, but I did it in 147 characters. I was actually really... What was the winner? I don't think... I probably would not have beaten Alka. Oh, well. Oh, didn't even attempt to minify it? I didn't even look at that. But yeah, you're right. What would it mean to minify PHP code? I guess you probably could get rid of a lot of the spaces. But yeah, I'm tired. I think this is the last one. I don't know if I have it in me to do another one. Oh, I didn't click share code. Sorry, I'll share it. So basically what I did was I was creating a function that would generate an array that represented any given bar. So this is like a reusable function. And then I wanted to call that function on each of the input values. So that gives me the bar for each of the input values. And then I needed to, like, I definitely couldn't do a join. I just did this at the last second. Basically, I would have needed to iterate over all of my generated bars and print them line by line. Like, join them line by line, I guess. And it took me too long to get there, so I didn't finish it. My voice distorts randomly. I don't know. I've had that issue in Firefox sometimes. I don't know. Push the code to Git. Someone from the team will fix it for you. Yeah. All right, I think I'm done. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. I might actually come back and do another stream today, but I'm going to take a break, eat some lunch. Thank you all for hanging out with me. This was super fun. If you're new to the channel and you have questions that I have not answered, feel free to check out our frequently asked questions, because people ask a lot of questions here. I like to answer them, but also, finally, I've done the work of writing out all the answers to stuff like this. Yeah, you're all very welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're gonna find somebody to raid, so stick around for the raid. And I'm not promising anything, but I might actually stream again today. Bye. Yeah, do we have our raid messages? Wherever we raid, we gotta share that love. Share the love, share the love. And if you followed, your name will appear in the credits. I apologize if I did not acknowledge your follow, but I appreciate you. Thank you for clicking that follow button. Hey, Howard, thank you for the 75 bits. So if you're a sub, that's your raid message. If you are not a sub, this is your raid message, which is equally as good. Check it out. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Alrighty. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here is this. Won't play. I'm trying to get the credits to play. The credits won't play. Give me a second.